Hello and welcome back to the StrawHatLucas channel. I am the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. StrawHatLucas, and today we are here to play some One Piece D&D. Now, before I get to introductions, I want everyone to witness me taking off the starting soon screen, the Sakura Pirates flag blowing in the wind as we look at the new overlay for the Sakura Pirates here. Very bare bones. You guys can see the Roll20 chat on screen now more clearly. And then we also have a full view of the map, which is beautiful. I love that. I love seeing that. It's exactly what I wanted. Yes, so let's go around the table and say hi to all of the lovely, lovely players today. And let them just, say what up to the chat. Let's start with Mr. Abyss himself, Lord Vegeta. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. What's good, chat? What's good, y'all? I'm here to have some fun. I don't really know what situation we're in. I'm kind of confused, but I'm ready for anything to happen.
Yeah, we got this. We got this. Next up is the wonderful, wonderful helmsman of the Sakura Pirates, Mr. Angel's Room. How are we doing today, Angel?
What's up? I'm doing well. Shout out to you.
Hey, that's what's up. I'll turn you down just a little bit. Next up, Angel's Room plays Mitch, Iron Mitch Johnson, and his right-hand man is Arthur Morgan. And playing Arthur Morgan today is the special grade sorcerer of the anime and manga sphere, Mr. SSJ Cody. How you doing today, Cody?
What's up, y'all? It is SSJ Cody, the special grade sorcerer of the anime manga sphere, ready to play some One Piece D&D as Arthur D. Morgan.
Oh!
Yeah.
I just had a flashback to session 1 with Arthur yelling at that guy the entire time. Next up, last and certainly not least, the newest member to this One Piece D&D gang. That is Mr. NoChillDill as Mr. Moon Kief. How are we doing today, Dill?
Yo, what is up, party people? We are here to bang on some bongos and act like they're people's skulls.
Yes, sir. I don't want to play. I just want to bang on those bongos all day. All right, so to take us into session today and to paint and weave this tapestry of a world for us, the wonderful, wonderful Dungeon Master of Group 14, Mr. ToriMori.
What's good, gang? Welcome in chat. Great to see everybody. Good to see my party again, the Sakura Pirates, and we're one member of the big band. Very good to be back on our official bi-weekly schedule. So super stoked to be amping things up a little more for Group 14 here today. I have felt like these last 2 weeks have been super long, but lots of good time to prepare, but I'm ready to jump right back into it. Today I got another cover story for us, but I'll start with a brief little recap from last time just to refresh us. After that sea-top battle with the biker gang MFP5, the Sakura Pirates came upon Old Beach Haven, where they were able to make a couple different reunions. You know, there was, of course, the reunion at the bar between Arthur and his believed deceased ex-gang member from the Vanderlands, Lenny, young Lenny, who they were quite ecstatic to see one another, but Arthur did leave some reservation in case Lenny had any association with Micah. There was another grand reunion at the saloon, though, between Leadbelly and Moon Kief, who was there visiting with the big band on a little break for the day from Henry the Horses, their jazz club and boogie club. And indeed, like Mystical said, he was amnesiac, but Leadbelly probed, along with some help from Squint, trying to break through that barrier of whatever was holding Moon Kief's memories back. And it led Moon Kief into going down a very interesting path off by himself on a critical success stealth, slipping away from his band out of the saloon and heading off into the wilds of the Rashwan, almost not quite hallucinatory, but almost trance-like. And Leadbelly was preparing to deal the finishing blow, proverbially, to Beetle Brown, who he had dueled on the keys at the Shoreside Saloon. But on a technicality, they wound up on a tie. So Beetle Brown proposed that they try to get the longest standing ovation at Henry the Horse's club that night to decide the true best player between the two. In his desperation to have a trio, Leadbelly went to the comatose mystical side and with all his might was able to bring him back to consciousness. That is where we'll leave off on the recap, pretty much where our current party are at. I did say one slight retcon that the Sakura Pirates were heading up the shore already. You guys are going to still be at dock at Old Beach Haven as we begin today. Bring us there to the overmap. And for our cover story today, we have 11 minutes post Sakura Pirates departure. The ensign had played CO for less than half an hour, yet the sight of the silver back was a relief to Duckpuss. It was not, however, enough to deter the shame he held from all the bad news left to deliver. Yes, sir, well, we don't know where his head is. The lieutenant rubbed the bridge of his nose. His jacket vents flapped in the breeze that had begun to stir after midnight. We cannot return his body like this, was all he managed to say. The bloody stump of the bronze's neck glared back bitterly at the two of them. Private Burrows was still vomiting behind the stairs to 199, adding to the general palpable nausea in the square. Private Stahl reported, Ensign Duckpuss continued hesitantly, that a creature used the Sarge's head to kill Private Arangar. He swallowed back his own stomach. And, of course, there's the matter with Mrs. Spinney, Lieutenant Hackjaw. Yes, and just after that damn article was published, the LT groaned. Between the press, Sorbet, and the brass, we'll never hear the end of it. I've let Captain Sasaki down. Duckpuss almost retorted, but Hackjaw was on a roll. We need to prove we can keep a lid on things here, for the gold and for the brass. We're too undermanned to afford a night without rest, though. We'll regroup in the morning when the real work begins. Tomorrow, I need you by my side. The words immediately tormented Duckpuss. His stomach turned worse than it had upon seeing Killian's headless body. But, sir, he began, the Tweedle brothers escaped too, and Port Gorko grows thin in its defenses. Perhaps I shall remain at station as acting CO. Between those two, the Fishman, Turnkey, and the Sakura Pirates. The Sakura Pirates? Hackjaw inquired over his shoulder at Duckpuss. That's what they're calling themselves? He let out 3 rehearsed chuckles and walked past Killian toward Navy Base 199. All right, pulling us down from the South Blue overmap here to the Rashwan Kingdom overmap. I did cover up the compass. We're just gonna call true north, kind of typical north on this map. Looking down here at the bottom, we've got Old Beach Haven, and we're going to zoom in on Kief, who, like I said, was wandering into the swampy wetlands.
Bottom left.
All right, Kief, if you want to place your tokens somewhere there in the bottom left of the map, take us away. Any follow-up from what Kief was going through last time, just remembering the name of this song that he can't quite place, but he knows the name is Serenade of the Captured.
Yeah. So I think at the end of the last session, I was kind of like leading it off, like Moonkeef was trying to envision what the rest of the accompaniment would sound like. So he's still trying to capture that. He knows how the percussion sounds, but he's still like seeing how it would lead into the other instruments or where they would chime in at to where he would dull down, but he still is blanking on it, for lack of better terminology.
Interesting. Okay. Throw me out just like a raw performance check real quick.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Okay, don't worry about that 1d6 right now. Off a 17 performance, pretty damn good. Excuse me. You feel your limbs suddenly sort of spurred on by themselves as you begin to tap out a bit of this beat on your bongos. Could you also throw me a raw insight? Okay.
Yo.
Cool.
Yeah, that's correct, Lucas.
Yeah.
As you continue along playing, we'll return on that insight. Very good on that 20 roll, though. Your and I just wrote it down somewhere. Tell me your passive real quick.
13.
Right. As you're continuing along through the music, this beautiful music that continues to play in your head, you do hear something sort of piercing its way through slowly but steadily. There's a sort of hiss, and it's matching the rhythm at first. But as your little legs continue along, suddenly they sound very discordant with the melody.
Now, there's no way that that's part of the song. Maybe I'm just not understanding the music.
Through this, as you consider that, through this dense foliage, up ahead you do see the grass and thorns and moss move and shift as 3 snakes slither out and sort of meet in this makeshift path. You're quite in the wilds, but this is the closest thing to a path here on the edge of the wetlands that you can find. And the 3 snakes look you up and down, Kief. And maybe to a normal resident of the South Blue, these snakes would not be that big. But to a little Tontata, they, especially 3 of them together, look somewhat formidable, naturally. Especially as the middle one suddenly opens its mouth and its cheeks seem to hyperextend outward, opening its mouth double, even after its jaw has come unhinged.
Oh, I think even without it opening up its mouth that much, I would already fit inside.
As it creeps up toward you, Kief,
But it's
going to strike at you with that big open mouth, a little hiss emanating from within, and it darts toward you. And 18 hits, you say. that case, you'll take that 2 piercing off the top, but as you see, we'll also need a relatively mid-range, should be okay, DC 10 con save. And that'll determine if you become poisoned. Oh my goodness. As its fang sinks into you, we'll say that, yeah, just that 2 piercing connects, but you yank your shoulder away where the hit connected. Perhaps just in time. I'm no snake expert. I'm not sure if that's quite how it works, but for story's sake, we'll call it that at the moment. Won't have you roll for any initiative, Kief. We're just going to kind of loosely play it as these 2 snakes also converge with the middle one. I'm going to throw it to you.
Yeah, and this is just going to be the flavor of it because I'm going to send it to GM, but as the snakes start to gather up around Moonkeef, he kind of turns his bongos to where there's no drum directly in front of him. There's just on his hips and then right above his tail. And all you see is, with a blinding light, he draws his sword. And then he goes to attack. And it's the first one that I had sent to you in the chat.
Okay.
And he is going to... I'll roll the attacks to public.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's see. You targeting which one first?
This one.
Actually, that 19 definitely hits.
And then you see him dance around, still in a blinding blaze of light. It almost seems like the sunlight is reflecting off of his sword, but that may or may not be the case.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Damage, please.
And then goes for it again.
Wow. Great damage on that last one too. I'll on that critical, I'll go ahead and say that you just go ahead and chop that last one's head off clean. We'll do that raw damage to the first 2 though.
Okay. Then we are going to... Yeah, I forgot about the other thing, but it's all right. We are going to kind of go right back to the starting position. And he keeps his sword in his hand, but he... Actually, no, I wouldn't need to rotate the bongo since I got him in battle mode position and playing position right now. And he's going to, kind of tap the hilt of the sword on the left bongo. And at the same time, he's tapping his tail on the back bongo, given kind of like a battle drum music type.
Ooh, nice. Roll me an intimidation, and I'll take it at... Actually, I'll just take it regular.
All right. We'll go.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah, wow. At that, you are going to hear pretty distinctly on either side of you the slithering retreat both to your left and right, deeper, and a little bit more, up the coast this way, Kief, because to your right is the shoreline there, a little far out, but pretty close enough. These two in front of you are going to back up as well. I'm not sure, did either of that provoke any opportunity from you?
No, I backed out of opportunity attack range because I returned to my original positioning and it's still like a blinding blaze of light.
Well, while you have staved off these two, and by the sound of things, scared off more of these big-looking, some sort of cottonmouth snake, there is one slightly bigger than the others by your visual estimation that comes slithering out off of your passive 13 perception. Your mind kind of instantly wonders, like, were these snakes ambushing me? Like, what is this? This is really weird. But yeah, another snake comes out to join the fray. It is going to expend its full movement, which will get it within range of you.
But it's
A 15 hits too? Okay.
Yep. That's why I
Same
was talking
deal,
about what I
okay.
was talking about before session.
Gotcha.
Contact, let's go. Let's go.
All right. There you go. Not bad. This one plugs into you, and it's about the same spot that first snake has bitten you. But yeah, you avoid that poison damage as we. What does Kief doing next?
So, hearing the ones in the grass line and in the brambles to his left start to retreat, and the ones in front of him that had already tried attacking him started to back up as well. Upon seeing this one approaching him, he kind of estimates that it is their group leader, and he thinks that if he can take it out, that they will realize that this snack isn't very appetizing if it's worth the life.
Ooh.
So he is going to ready himself, and I will be doing the second one on the thing that I had sent you. As he steps in closer to the snake, thinking that it needs far range in order to be able to fully extend its body for the bite that it's doing. He closes the distance, walks towards it.
Oh yeah, that's cool. As you're doing that, I'm gonna add some flavor. Yeah, you see the same deal. This one's mouth sort of opens, and you could swear maybe not. It's not double, not triple, but somewhere in between. Like it is just a gaping maw of white death.
Yeah. And we will be adding on this to it. Hopefully, if it hits. I don't think that hits, but I have this. As well as this. I had forgot the first one on the first set of attacks, but it didn't really come up as much. So I will.
Okay. So you're wanting to rely on which of those first?
The first one, it happens automatically whenever it's for each attack roll you make. But then there's the other one, me, and that to you. It lowers it.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, yeah.
Let's try it again. Let's go. It was 23 hit.
Yeah, the 23 absolutely hits. Run
Let's
that
go.
damage. Ooh, nice. That force putting in work. Okay.
Yeah. And
I want to say you deal this blow on the inside of its mouth, like the way that it opens its mouth. You cut the insides of its cheeks, and
yeah.
you know, it's like not a killing blow, but it's pretty savage.
Well, good thing for me, I have the one that I had sent second. The extra attack. And
Okay.
that. Yeah, so that's only for that attack, I think. So, turn that off. Then we'll go for that. Eee!
Oh no.
Ooh,
Yeah, it shuts its mouth and its jaw is having a hard time closing. But it is like glaring down at you. There is a certain fury, like a reptilian fury that you see in its eyes. Trying to think how best to flavor that. You okay? You swing your sword again at the creature before you. This somewhat to you giant snake, and it misses as you hear a flourish in your mind of some sort of brass accompaniment, and you think, the Serenade, that's part of the accompaniment I was hearing. And your sword stabs into the ground in this moment of distraction. These two snakes over here are going to join their, by your estimation, supposed leader. They're going to crowd around you and hit you with a swarm. Even though they are not constrictor snakes together, they are able to do this sort of makeshift constriction, especially against a creature as small as you. You start to feel a little bit of panic as this ball forms around you. I'm going to need a DC 15 con save. Oh, man. Okay. In that case, you are entangled, and you're going to feel one of them bite you. It's in this case swarmed. It's going to bypass the actual attack roll. You feel that bite somewhere on your thigh. Go ahead and toss me another con save. Okay. Off that 18, you feel those fangs sink in. I'm gonna even say you have like there's like a flashing thought, like there's no way this will work 3 times, but you feel a just like a raw determination well up in you, and the snake actually releases you. It is still a really good bite, so it's gonna run 4 damage on you.
all right.
Now, swarming in these snakes' case does not do anything to you besides guarantee that bite. Kief, back to you. No worries about your action economy right now.
Then we are going to use my racial trait of nimble as I... Oh wait, I guess I really don't need that, because I got interaction, pick up the sword, and then attack them. So that is what I'll do. I'll interaction, draw my sword back out of the ground, and as I'm pulling it up, I say, "You may have caught me off guard, but it is your guard who is lower." And I'm going to spend another of my points to do the first one again. He is
Okay.
going to miss.
Man,
It is
I
bad.
tell you the truth, I'm going to give that to you at advantage from that line. Just imagining that coming out of a ton. Ah, man. Okay, well, a 12 still doesn't hit, unfortunately. But yeah, imagining that line coming out of a Tontata is cool, hard.
No. All right, so we're relying on extra attack here.
Okay. Oh, man. What's with that sandwich? Okay. Yeah, as you come darting out, yeah, unfortunately, none of those attacks miss. The snake, I assume you were targeting that big one. It's sort of wizened up to you a little bit, and it's the pain of its jaw now not being able to close right is sort of getting the adrenaline flowing by the looks of things. They're going to try one more swarm on you, as sort of in this weird spiral, almost like they're making their own snake-like formation. They get up around you. It's almost disorienting, but just go ahead and roll me that DC 15 con save one more time.
No.
All right. They're going to hit you with that bite. Go ahead and give me one more. Just one damage from the piercing bite.
Please, I need this con save. I need this con save. Let's go.
Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. You're still feeling a little bit of that, or excuse me, they are still feeling a little bit of that intimidation factor. This one's just a little skin, as one of the smaller snakes on you. All right, Kief. Let's see what happens.
So, at this point, he's kind of like downtrodden almost, but it's more of like he knows that he can fight. It's just these snakes are damn slippery. And he is going to ready himself to take their bites in exchange for taking at least one of them out. So he is going to do the second of his taunt attacks. And he's going after the boss snake once again.
All right. Let's see it. Very nice. All right, 16 will connect. Oh my goodness.
Mess him up.
Yeah.
No.
It starts to open its fangs at you again, and you send a similar slice to last time that, off the damage specifically, cleaves through like the same cut you already sort of started, this time cutting its head off sort of in half.
So is it? Oh, it is. Okay. And that's the...
You kill, yeah,
That's
you
the
kill the bigger snake. These other two are still around you and sort of stop their swarm at the sight. They give out a little mournful hiss. But they're not backing off of you, you notice.
So...
Yet suddenly, before they or you can do anything, from out of a tree, more to your, I guess, depending on which way you're facing, further from the shore, I'll say it like that.
Okay.
Beetle Brown's thick legs slam upon the ground, and he hurls himself toward this snake closest to him. And with a speed kind of unusual for a guy that big, he grabs that snake by the tail and whips it over his head this way, killing it. He stands up straight, looks at the other one, and it slithers away without any more fight.
Oh, come on, Beetle. I had them.
Kief, are you well?
Yeah, look at me. They only bit me 4 times.
He looks at you kind of astonished. 4 times?
Yeah. And these ones must have been defective. I don't think they had any poison glands.
Hmm. Indeed, they're not the most venomous snake in the world, but 4 times. Kief, you could continue to amaze me in many ways, I think. I'm glad to know you're doing well. What brought you out here, you fool? And he'll give you a light little slap across the face, dealing 1 damage.
No. It carries over. So he's gonna kind of like look astonished and then look back at him and he says, "Well, I heard the music and it sounded familiar, but I could only envision what my part would be in the song. And it wasn't until I got almost to the wetlands that I was starting to hear the other instruments. But I still don't know if I know that song or where I know it from, if I do."
Beetle Brown will kind of just... There's like a light scowl on his face as he hears you. He raises his eyebrow at one point, but when you stop talking, he goes, "Ugh, almost in the wetlands. What do you call this?" And he gestures all around at the, kind of swampy area around you, and finally lets out a chuckle. That scowl sort of disappears, and he's like, "I don't know what music you're talking about. I thought, like Jack said, we came down to have a little break from music. I don't know who needs that, but apparently we all need a little break from what we love, don't we, Kief? Perhaps you've had a little bit too much of the sauce again, haven't you?" And he wags his finger at you.
I think I only had 2. Well, 3 if you count the one that was free, but
The free ones count the most, my friend. Come on, we've grown so worried about you. We're about to be late. We need to hurry back to Mr. Mantang's. And he'll put his hand on your back and kind of lead you back this way that you came.
alright. Hey, do you know how long we're gonna be in Rashwan for?
Well, it should be a good few weeks more. We've got this stop. We'll be out by Big Town and then sail up toward Field Haven. We'll be in the capital for a bit. Best remember to bundle up, and then, depending on what King Beer has to give us, we might be off sooner, we might be off later. We hope to win many lucrative friends here in the South, don't we? I love this kingdom.
They should do something about these wetlands. Think, I just randomly wandered here. What if someone's kid wanders here? Now, they'd be a little bit taller than me, but I don't think they could handle these snakes like I could.
It is children that the wetlands is trying to attract, Kief. Unfortunately, yes, this little territory, which was once so mighty, has been led into disarray thanks to the confusion, we'll say, of the South. There's a lack of cohesion here, Kief, among the kingdoms, among their connection to the world government. It's silly. And people wonder why there are so many problems in the world. As he leads you away, you guys talking about Roshuan a little bit in the south. Kief, I have not forgotten about that insight from earlier. The revelation you had before these snakes ambushed you comes to the front of your mind again as you remember. And it comes in the form of a question. And you're left wondering to yourself, who the hell is Bert?
Just that.
Just that you're left with that name, and you wonder, who could that be? You feel this attachment to that name. With that, as Brown leads you back, we're going to cut back to Old Beach Haven. Last we left off, and I kind of placed a couple of you, Mitch and Arthur, I placed you guys down. Figured everybody needed a little rest. Leadbelly, you were sleeping on the floor next to Mystical, who was taking a little more much-needed rest. Kiryu, you're placed down there. I'm just going to open it up to y'all. You are going to, be on a long rest. I won't require you to sleep for that full time, of course, but, gonna keep actions pretty light for a little bit. Make sure you get at least an hour in game of sleep. But I will say that probably that stint with Kief there in the swamps was about an hour and a half's time. So it's verging on about 5 here. You all, if you've been sleeping since you got back to the belly boat, you've been sleeping for about an hour. But yeah, I'll open it up to the crew.
I'm gonna stay sleeping for a little bit longer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm waiting for Josh to get here.
Oh,
Hoorah! It's a beautiful day for the Iron Mitch. It's time to go back looking for my son.
Yeah, Glory will stretch with you and kind of be up and ready for the day as well, trotting along at your heel.
when they go outside, they'll see Abyss already out there. Let me just put my.
Okay, yeah. We're up here on deck then. Go ahead and take out all your tokens, Abyss, wherever you are. Mitch, as you come up on deck, you'll see Tweedle, Ham over there, standing with Lenny, Arthur's friend from the bar. They're both staring at the charred mast that is your center mast.
Wow. I wonder what happened there.
It was
No,
that
people.
spit freak, Ham says. That spit freak. He was spitting in that guy's hair.
Cool. Wait. Who is that?
Who is who?
Spit freak. I don't know who that is.
He's referring to Johnny from the biker gang, who was he's referring to when they first came on your ship, he was licking his hand and using it to groom Toe Cutter's hair.
Oh. Well, yeah, Mitch won't know still, but okay. Be like, all right. I'm gonna leave. I have a son to look for.
Lenny is going to come up to you before you do, Mitch, and say, hey, how's Arthur doing? Seemed like he might have drank a little too much. I didn't mean to startle him or nothing, I know it was quite a shock seeing me again, I'm sure.
Mitch is gonna look at Lenny and be like, I'm sure he's doing as well as any other guy.
Yeah. You think I should go check on him, or should I just let him sleep? I don't know what to do. I don't want to intrude on your guys' ship.
Let the man sleep.
Yeah, yeah. You're probably right. Well, hey, what are you going off to do?
I'm looking for my son.
Yeah, that's right. What makes you think he could be here?
Um, I've had many ventures. I'll say that.
He'll kind of like pat you on the shoulder. He's like, okay, I see the picture now. Okay. Well, if there's any way I can help, friend of Arthur's, a friend of mine.
You know, Lenny, when I met you, I was drunk. Now that I'm not drunk, I don't think I like you.
Well, maybe that's because I'm still a little drunk. And he points at himself and he shakes his head. He goes, sorry, I'm not trying to be annoying.
No, not that you're annoying. It's just you're weird.
He'll, if you say that, he'll kind of like, he kind of looks a bit taken aback. But he'll just kind of step on his back leg and go, what makes you say that?
You being so worried about Arthur, you coming up to me like I know you, like we pals or something. It's very off-putting to me.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to intrude. I'm sorry. Me and Arthur go back. I know he's been through quite a lot from what I've heard, and I'm sure there's a lot I haven't heard too. I'm just, old friends. Old friendships die hard in my case, especially hard, I guess. But yeah, thanks for having me here. That's all.
Man, Mitch will give him a thumbs up. And he'll just like look at him, like waiting for him to leave or do something.
He'll just kind of nod, take that hint a little bit, walk away, but then he'll point at the center mast and go, yeah, this like I said, not trying to be a heel, but this is looking really bad. I'm sure you guys know about it, but sorry, whatever happened, it must have been bad news bears.
Why are you still here?
Well, I want to catch up with Arthur some more. I've been looking for him. So it's been a long time coming. I've got a lot of explaining to do. Because he's my friend and I'm worried about him.
Arthur can hold himself. Why should you be worried about him? Is there something you should know about?
Well, it's not dire enough that I wanted to interrupt the revelry, okay? But it is something he should know, and Lenny just kind of puts his hands on his hips and looks around at the belly boat and at you, Mitch, as well as, Abyss by the helm, Tweedleham over here. He goes, I guess this must concern you guys too. It would be best if I explain in full once Arthur is awake. I don't want to have to go over too many details too much, but
Don't worry, depending on the
to say
information, I'll tell
there's
him
a lot of
myself.
folks going for Arthur.
Are you one of these people?
Only insofar as I'm trying to help him. And he looks at you, Mitch, and based off anything, you don't even need to roll just off your passive. You do get a huge sense of genuine care when he says that.
All I gotta say to that is that someone caring doesn't mean they won't betray. I'm gonna say that right now.
Ooh.
I'm gonna look at him.
As you say that, he's struck. He looks like he's seen a ghost, and he goes, yeah, I think Arthur and I know that best of all.
What?
Look, I can assure you, I'm a friend. I'm here to help Arthur and make sure that he doesn't wind up with the wrong crowd. As it seems to me so far, I know I don't know you all that well, but you all seem like the right crowd. Remind me a little bit of how things used to be, I guess.
I don't remind you of anything. You've never met anyone like me. Or anything like me.
On that, we can agree. Yep, I do concur.
Alright. Mitch is leaving.
All right, if you're gonna head off down the dock, I'm gonna pull us over here. You can lay your token and glory down there. As you go, though, there ahead of you, you see two of those folks from the bar, the woman and the guy in the fedora, kind of walking toward you. The lady in red waves and starts to walk a little faster. She goes, "Hey, sorry to bother you. You guys seen Kief? Is he on board with your friend or anything?"
No. Never heard of him. Never knew. No, never seen a Kief.
She'll be taken aback and she'll be like, "Oh, okay, I thought, okay." And the other guy will go, he'll just kind of walk past you and ignore you, and he'll call up and he'll go, "Kief, get out here, we gotta go."
Hey. Mitch is gonna look at that guy that walked past him and say, "Hey, don't you ever walk past me."
Sorry, we're in a rush, we're running late.
I told you, Kief ain't here.
Leadbelly will hear the guy call up to the ship and like lean over the edge and be like, Kief's not here. I wouldn't give Mitch problems. He will straight punch you." But I say it with a laugh so they know that like I'm kind of being playful, but at the same time, Mitch will beat them up.
Arthur hears Mitch and problems in the same sentence and awakens. And runs out to the docks. It says, "Whoever gives Mitch a problem is gonna have to deal with me too. And I don't think I like the way your hat looks on your head, partner."
Hell now, guys, we don't have to fight them. We'll beat their asses later in some
Captain,
music
look at his
battle.
hat. It's not. It's like it's all curved in the wrong place. It's a disgrace. Is what it is.
It's a pretty bad. It is a pretty
That's
bad
right.
hat.
That's right. You need a real man's hat. And that's called hair, buddy. Hair is a real man's hat.
As you guys are doing this, I'll say that Angel, your laugh is so contagious. I want to say this guy over here laughs as hard as you just did because that was so funny. He's like laughing, hearing you guys roast Purple Jack. Purple Jack just takes a step back. He clasps his hands together, kind of does like a half bow. He says, "Hey, no problems from me. You're all clearly men of business by the look of things. You know how it is to run late. I'm just trying to run on time. Take care. Thank you so much."
You don't look like you've ran a day in your life, partner.
You're right. You're right. I never ran a day in my life. Come on, June. Let's go. And they'll start heading off back down the dock.
Yo, Arthur, that guy, Lenny, it's just there's people looking for you.
I mean, yeah. Have you met me? Mitch, I don't mean to brag, but I'm a stud.
Yeah, you are.
You know what? Who cares if Lenny says there's people looking for me? Because we are looking for someone. We are looking for your son, and we are gonna find him. And you know what, Mitch? I say we just gotta get going. And Arthur, without even looking back, is just gonna start running off. He's gonna be like, "We gotta find your son, Mitch. It's you and me, Arthur and Mitch."
We'll see all this and be like, "Mitch, go look for your son and meet us at the club later."
Mitch will give a thumbs up and run after Arthur.
I'm just gonna start beaming through the forest without even thinking. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna find his son. I'm gonna do it. I'm not even having a plan or anything. Arthur's just like, find his son. Let's go. And yeah, I'm bolting. So if anyone's following me, I don't know what's happening.
Man.
I also, you have to keep up. Arthur's a very I'm fast. I'm a fast man.
Yo,
I'm gonna say as
I
you
wanna
head
do
off, Lenny. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was
Mitch.
gonna say, yo, as he's running and like bolting, I want to do like a comedic scene where Mitch puts a portal in front of Arthur that brings him next to him, but then Arthur just runs past Mitch.
I just keep going. I just keep going. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get there. This road
I
is a
love
lot
that.
longer than I remember it being. This
I love that so much. Yes. You guys are heading off, and Lenny will, to those awake and aboard the deck of the belly boat, he'll turn and go, I'm gonna head off with them. We'll meet up with you guys at some point, I guess. See you soon. And he's gonna join you guys.
You guys gonna help us find Mitch's son? What are y'all doing?
You guys got this. We gotta
Come
go
back
do
here.
the music battle. Yeah, like
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh dang, Arthur Morgan wasn't even locked in for that. He's on Mitch's son. That's like top priority right now.
We'll come back here aboard the belly boat. I believe we are joined by good Sir Josh. Are you here?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, okay, let's go. How you doing today, bro?
I'm good. Ready to play some D&D?
Hell yeah, welcome in. Welcome in right on time. I'll let yeah.
I'm gonna make my way over to Abyss. And be like, hey, Abyss, I wanted to ask you something. What was that thing that you carved into that guy's back?
Oh, that's just you can just call it a birthmark or something.
Do you think it would be helpful if we carved it into all of our enemies' backs? The ones we let live, at least?
I don't know if it's helpful.
I mean, it's cooler than just leaving a line like I did.
I guess it kind of is, yeah.
Exactly. So, like, maybe we can use it instead of just the line when we defeat a foe. Just a reminder, you know, not to come after the Sakura pirates again.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's not really something I can just teach though. I can show you what it looks like.
Yeah.
Ham will pipe up and go, I could never draw that.
Ham, you just write Ham on their back. I think that would be hilarious. Could you imagine having Ham scarred into your back for the rest of your life?
A big H-E-M. I love that.
I think that's how you spell it, yeah. Has Kiryu joined us on the deck?
Yep.
See what's
Dude.
cooking out there. Hell yeah.
So what's up, guys? What's the plan?
So I think we're gonna move up the coast a little bit. Mitch left to go find his son, so I guess we'll have good old. Oh my god, why am I blanking on his name? We could have Spinny or the old stinky man. What's his name again? How am I? Squinch?
Is that in character or above table?
A bit of both.
Both.
Yeah.
Elder Squint.
Elder
Now
Squint.
Chore Boy Squint.
Chore Boy Squint. Like, we could have either of them steer the ship, really. And I think it would be helpful. But we just got to go up the coast and go win this music battle, and then, yeah, we'll make sure that Mystical can play with us tonight too. Hey, Kiryu, I got something I need to show you a little bit.
All right.
So, seeing Moon, it awoke something within me. And to not only achieve my goals, but the whole crew's goals, we have to become stronger. And
Yeah, I thought you were going to a completely different direction for a second there.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, I know I'm a confusing guy sometimes. We've killed a lot of people before, man, and that's inevitable.
Yeah.
Especially without the Caesar. But what's the point of freeing the world if everyone fears us? Fear brings power, but it's corrupt power. We have to find our own way to free the world without leaving it too damaged. And Kiryu, it wasn't just Moon that awoke something in me, but you as well. And Leadbelly like touches his brand, and he's like, "It's like you unchained a part of me I didn't realize was chained." And with this,
Yeah, Lucas, you're kind of breaking up.
Oh shit! So I said, Kiryu, you awoke something in me as well. And then Leadbelly touches his brand and says, "It's like you unchained a part of me I didn't realize was chained." And then Leadbelly turns and fires into the ocean with Irene. It's like he wicks Irene, and fire flies out of her tip and into the air. And I turn to you and I say, "So let's go get Moon, and then we're gonna go get your sister."
Sorry, bro, but I don't need two guides.
No, not like that, dude. What?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but don't put it like that.
Oh, okay, I get you. You thought I was hitting on you. Nah. I
No.
mean, no.
No.
Oh, with Moon.
Oh
Okay.
my
Leadbelly's
God.
confused. He's like.
That's so funny, bro.
But anyway, Mikey, in what direction is the tower?
The tower here. This isn't the most to scale over map, but I mean, it's pretty much just like over here, well within eyesight. Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, I'm just gonna point to the tower and say, yeah, first of all, I need to go there before we move. Or we can move and I'm gonna catch up.
Okay. I trust that you'll catch up. If we leave, I see we still got like about 2 or 3. Actually, wait. Above table, how long do we have before we need to move the ship up the coast?
Yeah. So it'll be a much longer walk to get up shore to Mr. Manting's than it would to ride the boat. So
yeah,
probably about 45 minutes in game
to get to ride up there, and then we still have like a couple hours before the show, right?
Yeah, so they'll go on, about 7:30. You guys haven't hammered out a specific time on, when this showdown will go down though.
Okay, hell yeah. Yeah, so we have time for you to go over there and do what you need to do, man. I think I'm gonna stay here and rest. Maybe try to draw this thing that Abyss draws on people. See if I can't get it down.
Well, yeah, you go that, and I'm gonna go there. Let's go.
Let's go!
Also, what are you gonna do with the horse?
What do you mean? He's part of the crew.
Yeah, but are you gonna leave
The
there?
lead horse is still grazing kind of over here on the
Oh my God, you're
outskirts
right.
of the village by the trees.
I need to get him on the boat then. So while Kiryu is doing that,
We're good
I will
luck
leave-
with that.
yeah, I'm gonna try to get the lead horse back on the boat.
I can do that for you.
Hold on, I have something new I want to try. I think. Let me see. No, not yet. Yeah, I mean, if you can get that horse on the boat, that would be awesome.
Oh, where's the horse token?
It's
There-
up
Oh, there it is.
by the trees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's up in the corner.
I'm basically gonna walk over to it and draw the post and trap. Let me drop it. Trap for the. No, there it is.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw it on the horse, and then this is just gonna walk back to the ship.
I wonder what he drew on you, Lead Horse.
Okay. Back here on the boat.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm muting because there's a helicopter flying over my eyes, right? But then,
All right, you're all good.
yeah, I'm gonna teleport the horse back right next to it.
Oh, that's what's up. You'll just hear Leadbelly like scream and be like, "Oh my god, the horse is gone! My dog, my dog is lost."
Yeah, it sort of gets.
I will say, you do see the process of basically me, my shadowy hand go forth, and like, it draws the symbol on the horse, but it's not like on the horse's body; it's in the horse's shadow, in a sense.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's awesome. I run back to the ship and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Oh, okay, the horse is here. Whew! I was scared for a second.
The horse too is scared. Excuse me, of this process. As it appears aboard the deck, you guys had approached it, and it was sort of languid. Probably the calmest you've seen it since Joe rode up to you with it at the very offset. But now it's sort of like rearing up on its hind legs, stamping its hoofs down. Tweedleham is going to back up, kind of like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Can I roll animal handling? See if I can't calm him down a little bit.
Yeah, what are you going to do to him?
I'm gonna like. I'm not gonna say that word on stream. I'm gonna like mouth at him, like, and like just try to pet him and like soothe him, be like, "It's okay, he's a good doggy." Oh wow, I rolled that to GM, but it was a 5, guys.
Oh man.
One day we're gonna get a crit.
For
Yeah.
your honesty, I'm gonna let you roll it at advantage. Just do it.
Oh, let's
public,
go.
one single public.
16.
Hey, 16. That's some of the best we've seen on the Leadbelly Lead Horse interactions. It's got those crazy eyes right now. It looks crazed and panicked as you come near it. You do feel a potential threat of getting clobbered in the face with one of those big metal hooves. But you approach anyway, and you put a reassuring hand on Lead Horse's neck, and he sort of calms down. He's still stamping his feet and hooves a moment, but he huffs through his nose and calms down as you gently pet him.
That's a good boy. A good doggy.
Lead Horse like shakes its head. It's like,
I'm gonna start hollering out. I'm gonna move away from the horse so it doesn't get spooked again. But I'm gonna start hollering out for Spinny and Squint.
Oh my. Okay.
Have they even come back to the ship? I know Spinny was here, I think.
Yes, Spenny is fast asleep. Elder Squint also came back. He caught some Z's with you guys as well. At your calling, he'll come up, kind of still rubbing the sleep from his eyes. What is it, Captain? How you doing?
I'm doing okay. So we're gonna head out as soon as Kiryu gets back. As soon as he gets back from the tower that he's at. So I need you to steer us up the coast towards what was the place we were going to again?
You guys are heading to Mr. Mantang's if you're going to do the tiebreaker performance tonight.
Yes. We're heading towards Mr. Mantang's. It's apparently just up the coast. You think you could handle steering us up there?
Sure. Can I catch a few more winks until Kiryu's back at least?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm gonna rest myself. And then with that, Leadbelly just straight up lays down on the deck. Like it's like a Luffy moment. He's like, yeah, of course, me too. And just sleeps.
Nice. Squint will nod, yawn, as if like that's just totally fine. He'll wave over to you, Abyss, and Ham as he heads back down below deck. Leadbelly, you're heading back for a little snooze. Anything else here while we're on the belly boat, guys?
Abyss is gonna go to bed because he was up all night.
Okay, interesting. Where are you gonna sleep right now?
In the crow's nest.
Okay, interesting. The crow's nest will be in the rear mast. I'll move you over there. But word. In that case, one last thing before we cut away. With Abyss heading into his slumber, you've kind of noted it as like, it's definitely a restful thing, Abyss, but there's something very voidful about your sleep. Unlike your crewmates, you have known it inherently, even if it doesn't seem noticeable yet. As you fall asleep, you suddenly have a very strange vision, and you realize this must be some sort of dream. As you imagine yourself in the waters, like you were in the wake of Ryomachi, and you can see those minnows dancing before your hands like they were. The only difference is now they are purple. They are very noticeably purple, and you kind of are slightly uneased but slightly comforted by that as the fierce panda shark that you had fought and sort of warded off comes drifting out of the dark ocean toward you and suddenly utters in the human tongue, "You must head to the kingdom of snow." And you see a gigantic peak of an island, almost entirely covered in some sort of light blizzard, snowy white.
The island of snow. Abyss screams all waking up. Snow! Huh?
Snow is a cold. It's cold, Abyss. It's cold, and then I just go back to sleep.
It's morning, though. For you guys, it's right there.
Yeah, right. Snow, yeah, snow.
All right, I'm going to bring us up here again, and we're going to use... Set you both out, Arthur and Mitch. I guess I kind of clocked you guys heading north up the shore out of Old Beach Haven, but yeah, tossing it back to you guys as you continue running on your on your very determined mission, as it seems this evening, to find Mitch's son.
Hey, Arthur, what do you say to your child, when you're meeting them for the first time?
Well, the first thing I ever told Jack when I met him was I said, hey, kid, want to go fishing? He ain't my kid, but I mean, it worked out pretty well.
Then Mitch will
We're
nod,
saying this as we're running through the forest.
Mitch will nod, say, all right. So kids like fishing? All right.
Kids like fishing. They like, Jack likes shooting guns. He really liked the dog. But I feel like Gloria and your kid would get along really well. Kids like animals. They don't like money, which is weird, because I love money. And I know you love money. But kids are like, money, they don't have the concept of it. So they find other things, like mud and fish and weird stuff. Fishing's a pretty safe bet in my day.
Lenny is a good few paces behind you guys, like panting to keep up, but he's able to like croak out like, Arthur, are you still drunk, man? I think I sweat all my alcohol out at this point. What are you talking about?
I'm high on man. I don't know what you're talking about, Lenny. Lenny, how are you? And then he just full on stops, like in a cartoon, like full both heels into the ground. He's like, Lenny, how are you alive? I mean, I know you're not Lenny. There's no way. I saw the boy's brains get blown out before my very eyes. It was very traumatic. And now that we're a good distance away from the crew, I don't have to worry about killing you. And I brought Mitch, who doesn't like you. So it's time to talk, Lenny.
He comes to a stop and kind of like leans on his knees to catch his breath. But as you continue saying all that, he sort of like wisens up and he straightens out. He's like, Arthur, I get what you mean, what it must have looked like. Truth be told, my head is a little bit lighter these days. His voice tremors. It's been hard regaining function, and he kind of displays his hand now to you. His gunslinger's hand, which is very shaky. The doctor said I was lucky. Lucky. I was a vegetable for nearly a year. I guess it's a miracle I am where I am now, but then all the news kept coming out about you and all the rest of the boys. Look, you got good reason to be suspicious, Arthur, but I am here to warn you, okay? The Pinkertons are after you, and I'm working for them. Technically.
Whoa, shit.
So, do you think they like jumping from the top rope?
Say what?
This is huge.
They're the ones that saved me. Agent Ross, that... Ooh, he spits on the ground. That sick, sadistic fuck. He's after you, man. He's after all of you. But they paid for my medical treatment. They talked me into doing this, and I agreed so I could warn you first.
Arthur raises his pistol, clicks, and he's gonna ask him, what's the price?
There is no price. I do what they say, and they still lock me up afterward. So the way I see it, I'm gonna die either way, no matter what. I've given you the warning.
Well,
Do what you gotta do. His voice is
what's
still
the-
tremoring, but he takes a step back and he's like
Lenny,
nodding
I
at
don't
you.
think you understand. I thought you were a lot smarter, but I guess you lost more brains than I thought when they blew them out. I'll explain it to you real slow. If someone's after me and the people I call my friends, and they put a price on my head, what is the price?
Oh, on you. They're not putting one on you, man. Not insofar as I know. They want you all to themselves. They don't want to risk any weirdo or trophy hunter finding you first, I guess. I don't know.
You already know that they work with the government, you fool. You know that they're gonna put a bounty on my head. These Marine cocksuckers or whatever they call them. You just tell me.
Look, I can't speak for the Marines. As far as I know, they've got nothing to do with this. I don't think the Pinkertons like them too much from the sound of things, but they don't tell me that much. I don't know. Man. I'm just telling you what I know about Agent Ross. He wants you, man. He
Maybe
wants
I
you to
could
be
teach
me,
him.
and then after that, he'll have no use for me anymore. That's my theory, at least.
Okay.
Maybe I
Lenny,
could
you
teach
sound
him
crazy.
a flying drop or splash.
I'm gonna do something crazy, I think. I am.
How about an
Lenny.
RKO?
Lenny,
But
you died
Yeah.
that day, and you're gonna stay dead. And I am going to create a whole new identity for Lenny with my disguise kit. I'm going to give him a whole new way out into the East Blue. And I'm going to tell him, Lenny died that day, and Lenny never came back. And if you want to live, get on out of here, son. You deserve the life you never had. Like you said, it was robbed from you. Just if you have anything to remember me by, he puts a hand on his shoulder. He's like, your name's now Benny. Benny and Jet. Benny and Jet.
Oh my god. He's really trying hard to be strong. But his lip is quivering and he's like, I want to stay with you. I don't want to go. Let me help you.
I'm going to take out the lemon wedges. I'm gonna be like, Lenny, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot more happened than you understand. And I'm going to take the lemons and I'm going to use my cursed energy to blow them into the sand. Like a whole fucking thing of lemon wedges and like make like big divots with like these lemon. I'm gonna be like, a lot has happened that you don't know about. And if you're like this, I want to give you the chance for a life that you said you never had. You deserve it. Where I'm going, there is no turning back. And I'm either going at a shot of redemption or I'm gonna die trying.
Arthur, I don't want you to die. That's the whole point. Let me help you.
I could
We can
literally
find
shoot.
Micah,
It's
we
not
can
just
find
lemons.
Dutch.
It's not just restricted to lemons, Lenny. It's a lot. I'm cool. I'm really cool. Okay. I just don't want to. I don't want to burn all this energy. Lenny, as much as you don't want me to die, I watched you die, and now you're telling me that I might have to do it again. No, I was always said if I was given a second chance, I would make things right. Let me make things right.
You know, things seem to be getting quite emotional here. Mitch says, looking at Lenny.
Yeah,
And,
Milady, you gotta get
Arthur.
yeah. get going. We gotta go find his son. And Arthur's gonna start bolting with Mitch. I'll catch up with you one day again, Benny and the Jet. And I'm gonna start running. And
Wow.
trying to like not let Lenny see me cry, as I know I'm probably gonna see him for a very long time, but I want to let him have the life he never had. And cowboys don't let other cowboys see him cry, so I'm gonna start running into the woods to go look for Mitch's son.
Mitch running behind Arthur gonna be like, "Is it raining?"
No, yes, Mitch, it's raining.
Wow.
I don't see no storm clouds. What's going on?
As you
No, it's that weird kind of rain that like it's like on your face, but you can't see it. And sometimes it hits your friends, but it doesn't hit you because it's not like the whole storm's coming in yet. It's that weird kind of weird. Let's get going, son.
Yeah, you'll see Mitch sniffle. Be like, yeah, I've dealt with that kind of rain before. I know what you're talking about. Then you just run.
You guys will head off with glory, leaving Lenny behind. Arthur, the last you see of him burned into your retina is the image of him with his fists balled up, crying. We're going to cut back to Old Beach Haven on that note. Kiryu, you're coming upon the big Old Beach Tower. Its main entrance is over here on that side. But it is like all crumbled in. The door is like kind of caving out, but you can tell there's a significant chunk of rubble there. But there is this side house on the side that is built into the tower. It looks like newer construction for sure. But there is a workable entrance through there. You come inside, and you can place your token down there in the shack portion. It's a little longer than that as you go walking through it. It is well scoured. You're looking for just about anything. There's like a ruined couch, of course. You see stuff like that, stuff of really no use. Scattered pieces of timber that are like burned away or rotted away or, eaten away by water. It's just... there's nothing in here as you continue toward this main door on the side of the tower proper.
All right. Is the door locked?
Nope, it is open and unlocked. You can head right
Perfect.
in.
Then
All right, as you head in, you feel malaise and nausea as you're walking across this floor. It's rather sudden. And as you look around again, it's like nothing of real note in here. This is a particularly dark and rubble-filled floor.
All right. I'm just gonna continue my thing.
Soon as you step foot on the stairs, your sense of nausea goes away.
Interesting.
All right, as you head upstairs, you come upon, you can put your token down there on that staircase. You come out. This is the second floor. It's all pretty well walled off. You're in this main central stairwell. You see, a couple doors up here.
All right, I guess I'm gonna explore. I'm gonna open more eyes and see if anything interesting is around. Like, are there any items left that weren't taken
Yeah,
away?
up here on this floor, you're looking around. It looks like, pretty well looks like barracks. Some scattered cots, bunk beds are here, the furnishings. But as you're looking around at all the lock boxes, the closets and stuff, yeah, this floor seems pretty well scoured too.
Yeah, fuck. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the next floor then.
As you head toward those stairs, you're going to hear distinctly. I'm going to pull you down ever so slightly. But you hear something clunking down the stairs. It gives you a moment's pause. And from around the dark corner, you see this stone creature kind of lumber step by step down the stairs toward you. It wields this stone sword in its hand as well.
Ah, yes, finally the guards. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot it.
$16 does not hit. If you shoot it, it does connect with the stone, but it just sort of ricochets right off of the edge as it continues toward you.
Ah, yes, a tough one. Yep, that hits. But that also hits. Holy shit. 16 damage.
Wow. Oh my. I thought wrong. That radiant does pierce the stone warrior. It gives off a distant crumble and stumbles backward and disintegrates.
I see. I see how this works. Yeah, I think I go. Before I go to the second floor, I'm gonna use second wind to heal myself a little bit.
All right, we're coming up here on the third floor. Nice, nice. Go ahead and lay your token down, Kiryu.
Yep. Second. Alright, so where is this orb? He's the guy has been talking about. Oh, so where are the doors?
They're just in the side. They are there. If you're coming up to this room here, you'll see the door is completely broken off of its hinges, and you can actually see the hinges outside the door, but the wood of the door itself has been, mostly eaten away.
Alright. Yeah, step in. Immediately check the chest.
Again, unfortunately, this room is pretty well cleared out, but you do find a note.
Alright. What's written on the note?
Should be in your journal now.
Oh, yeah.
If you want me to read it aloud, I can. If you just want to keep it private, that's cool too.
Nah, you can.
All right. May these be fitting final words and testimony to the life of Quartermaster Waldo Briggs of the new Old Beach Haven Brigade here at Old Beach Tower. I claim no innocence in the theft of Lieutenant Grove's life, but I claim no guilt of doing it for malice of character. I truly believe the lieutenant had sold us out to the Sea Dogs. Their advance on us was too organized, and I did not think they had it in them. I figured a man of stout stature needed to have educated them in some way or given them an in. I always had my misgivings for Groves, I admit, but never to the point of murder, until I had solid reason to believe it. May the things I have be given to my brothers and sisters in the NOBHB in the aid of their final hours. I doubt we shall win the day here, but take a few of these rogue pirates out with you as you go. I hope they do not toss me down to the wolves from the parapet. Gods be with me. Quartermaster Waldo Briggs.
Alright, that guy must be cool when he was alive.
As you come back out of that room,
Yes,
two more of the stone warriors stand there blocking your path, just waiting for you.
Well, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna take some distance and shoot at them with one of them. I guess that hits.
24 does not hit, I'm sorry.
Fuck. I see what you did there.
That bullet also kind of ricochets, and it takes a little chip off of one of the stone warriors' heads, but I mean, that's all it does. It's a little tiny scratch. One of them, the one you just shot, will say, lumbers toward you.
Alright, so I'm gonna shoot at the ground right beneath him. Shit.
You're gonna shoot beneath him?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, on an 8, it hits. What is the effect for?
To break the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it you can roll for damage, I guess, and I'll kind of flavor it. But yeah, I mean, it definitely won't break the floor beneath him. It's made of pretty sturdy, solid, old world stone. I'm going to say after that, the stone soldier will get close enough to you to swipe out sideways with its stone sword. That hits?
Nope.
No? Nice. Okay. It we'll just say it kind of just barely misses you. It is big, tough, but it is a little lumbersome, so that sword swing isn't nearly as fast as something Kiryu is typically used to.
Alright, so if normal damage doesn't hurt him, let's try something more unorthodox. Yep.
Okay. It's pretty good, actually. We'll say off of 7 damage, as you send that out at the stone warrior, you blast its left arm off.
Yes, now I figured out your trick.
As you do, I'll also note that left arm sort of disintegrates the same way as that other one you took care of earlier.
Interesting. Alright, hit me what you can.
Gonna hit you with the slam again with only one arm. I'm gonna say that's all that this stone soldier has left to do. 27 hits.
Flashbang.
Oh my word. Need. Oh yeah, okay, that does still damage you then. Okay, as it impacts into, we'll call that like a it buffers at the same time and sends out this sort of like burst upon both of you that'll knock you back against the wall, Kiryu, as well as disintegrate the rest of that stone warrior.
This is some interesting stuff. Yeah, but by observing the night, can I get anything else? Any more information?
Tell me like what, and then I'll figure out maybe a role for you.
Or,
Like
or
what are
yeah,
you
even,
trying to piece?
yeah, even better. I'm gonna use. mm, Yeah, thermal sight. Is it any
Oh.
anything to them?
Yeah, I mean they're like cold signatures for sure. As cold as the stone wall you're pressed up against.
Yeah, then I'm gonna move away. And yeah, go for another necrotic bolt. 7 damage.
Nice. I'll say that one you blast in the knee. And again, at that 7 damage, it'll kind of disintegrate it at the joint, and the limb that falls disintegrates, but the stone soldier seems intent and crawls toward you very slowly before it too actually just disintegrates on its own.
Yeah, before that, if you let me do that, I'm gonna use Self Spyglass to zoom in on here, like see every minute detail.
Wow. Well, notably, like the disintegration is like it's leaving behind like this sort of residue, this powder, but by your estimation, if it were like dust or soot or whatever, like it's not nearly enough in terms of volume, which is slightly strange to you. I mean, like zooming in all that way, I suppose would like show a lot of it almost like burning up without flame, is how I could describe it best visually. But it's not really like making a sound. It's still making like kind of a stone sound that's slightly incongruent with the actual visual.
Also, are they made just out of stone? No, nothing else. Like, what are they made of?
Yeah, it seems like they're, they don't look exactly like this fine old world cobble that has been used for the walls on this floor. It's like more rugged, chiseled blocks of stone, but its properties are essentially the same.
All right, that's something. Well, anyway, I'm gonna enter this room and start ravaging.
Well, that room you will not be able to enter. The door is intact and it is locked.
Yeah, I'm gonna break down the door.
Okay.
Or yeah, shoot the lock.
I suppose athletics.
All right.
Oh wow. Okay. At 18, while the door kind of similarly to the old world architecture of this tower, it is like strong. It is pretty sturdy stuff. It is still old on an 18. As you're trying to kick it or ram it with your shoulder. What are you doing?
Yeah, kick it down.
All right, you send a solid kick into the door. It does not fully break, but a piece of it bends. You feel it start to crack, and a piece of the door caves in. The knob is definitely totally ruined at this point, the way it's sort of jutting out, but if you run another one, send it at advantage, please.
Perfect. Athletics. 23.
Oh, yeah. At a 23 on this one, yeah. If you're kicking again, you send the whole thing just sort of, like a third of the door splinters off and is sort of dragged behind the piece still on hinges as it swings open. And the first thing you see upon setting foot inside is this skeleton on the bed with like this big hole in its head, and it's clutching a pistol. And there's also a note on top of the chest at the foot of the bed.
Oh, nice. More lore. So, what's this guy's story?
Should be in your journal now.
Yeah.
I, Captain Lowenthal, am a failure. While leading the charge with Sergeant Matthews at his brave lead, cleaving the only plunge through the Sea Dog's ranks before we had to double back, besieged on all sides, the men I left in charge turned to each other's throats. More likely, Quartermaster Briggs used his long-standing goodwill to endeavor the men against their lieutenant. They kept raving about the tower's sanctity and glory, and the lieutenant's last words. I dare say he might be right. The stone speaks to me now. It was a good effort. I pray the rest of you men hold strong, or if someone long from now comes across this letter, may you stand in at least some awe of the new Old Beach Haven Brigade, who tried to restore glory to the old beach tower and fell in battle to the dread turnkey Turner and his pirate fleet. I will see you in eternity, Bessa. Captain Lowenthal.
Alright, interesting. Yeah, is there anything else? Like something in the chest?
Yeah, if you look in the chest, you'll see what must be this Captain Lowenthal's last treasure. It's a kind of modest amount, 226,777 belly. But there is that in there. Not much else in there besides what looks like some sort of officer's coat. It is branded with this insignia of what you can immediately imagine is supposed to be the Old Beach Tower on the back, made of kind of this blue, crimson felt, almost like felt leather combined material. You're not quite sure what it is, but it feels nice and sturdy and commandeering.
Damn, this is his final treasure, and this is worthless. Worthless.
Leadbelly with to take that jacket.
Yeah, I will.
Kiryu, anything else you want to do on this floor?
Search the other two chests in that rooms.
Okay. Coming upon this room, you'll find the door similar to the door you just kicked in, swinging on its hinges. This room is a lot more looted and frankly savaged, and the skeleton you find in the bed here, its entire torso, its ribs are like all broken and, just stabbed apart. It looks, just from the skeleton's pose, it's clutching a knife that is dry, no blood on it, and the mouth, the jaw is wide open.
Well, that's a pose
As
you
you
can
come
die
in
on.
here, he's also clutching a note which is slightly incoherent, illegible rather at times, and also stained with blood, but you can see, parts like on my door, want to barge in and kill me, claim I bought, and then it says, why would I do that? They kill me too, me to die in battle, or resign to clear the way for them, ever liked me, children. The handwriting gets scratchier, less legible, but then you can see it reads, glory is gone, this was a foolish dream, I want to go, they will kill me, they are made, it is, and then something you cannot make out at all. It is something in the stone, and then at the very bottom, in very clear handwriting, it says, God above, forgive us all.
Damn, this guy was a lunatic. Yeah, next one.
The last room is behind another locked door.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it down.
All right, run that one at me.
22.
Yeah, well, yeah, not at advantage, but still 22 is awesome. This door is a slightly lesser quality, so you burst right through it. You come across another room, pretty bare. This one's kind of strange too. It looks really well looted despite having been locked. And the skeleton in bed here seems to have died what looks peacefully.
Alright. Lucky him.
Rather than a note, you'll find like something like a little ledger on that chest next to you in here.
Yeah.
If you check it out, it'll be a incident report form, rather, involving Quartermaster Waldo Briggs and Lieutenant Groves, marked as deceased, on the 19th week of 1354. The ruling was fratricide. The commanding officer is listed as Captain Lowenthal, also deceased, and the presiding magistrate is listed as Sergeant Oriandor Matthews. I won't read all that legalese. You can kind of peruse it as you will. But to sum it up, essentially, the sergeant and the captain led a charge of these defenders to fight off an invasion of pirates who were threatening to surround and destroy Old Beach Haven. And the lieutenant and the quartermaster were left in charge. But when the captain and sergeant returned, the quartermaster and most of the men seemed to have turned against the lieutenant, who was not very likable to begin with by the sound of things.
Alright. I don't really that incident interesting. Also, is that a note on the table?
Yeah, that is a big ledger, actually. And it's full of entries across the ages. And then there's a big gap in it until the 1300s, when you come across the entries of about 16 years from the new Old Beach Haven Brigade. You find a bunch of entries there, lots of just records of daily goings on of the Old Beach Tower militia that were posted here. The last entry you find is from Captain Lowenthal. It says, "We tower defenders are at the ready against the sea dogs who have organized en masse against us. While I write, they attack us from land and sea alike, working together against us despite their previous animosity toward one another. I doubt there will be correspondence to the king to warn of us at this rate. They took out our runner and have archers skilled enough to kill our ravens. If there are no further entries from here, know we tried our hardest to defend the kingdom like our predecessors and ancestors before us."
How the fuck did all those guys get into this tower? Yeah, I can continue my journey.
All right. Yeah, that's about it on that floor. As you've kind of looked all around, all you're really finding mostly are those notes. I'm gonna cut us away as you head up that ladder through a trap door into the upper parts of the Old Beach Tower, back to the town proper. They are gone. Kief, Beetle Brown, leads you along the beach the way that you came. You can place your token down there with him, excuse me. And as you guys come upon the center of this very small, modest village, you see your other three bandmates kind of like talking amongst each other, sort of like incredulous, until they spot you and are like, June Red especially says, "Oh, thank goodness you're okay."
What? You know the things in the wild here can't do much to me.
It's not so much the things in the wild, says Purple Jack. He steps forward and he he takes his sunglasses off to say this to you, actually. And he'll be like, it's your memory. You know, something else could snap at any moment, and maybe you lose memory of Mr. Mantangs and of us, and you won't find a way to come home again. You got to stay by us, buddy.
Speaking of my memory, I remembered a song. And Moon's gonna kind of give them the breakdown of why he ended up walking away and where it led him to and how he was remembering the song as he was walking along the beach line.
Beetle Brown will listen, but once you finish, he's going to be the first to speak up. He crosses his arms. He does his very dismissive harumph and just shakes his head. He says, "You're letting this strangeness with this Leadbelly weirdo get to you. You'll see tonight. The crowd will acknowledge who is of sound mind and who is not. And trust me, Kief, you're of sound mind. Don't let his strange tattoos get to you."
Well, you know I'm playing for both of us, right?
Of course,
Trying
I
to-
know. You
Part of our
will outclass him.
Oh. Hey, do you guys know a Bert by chance?
Corky Blue will just kind of be like, Bert. There's a Bert in my hometown a long time ago, but I don't think it's him. He died of a pox. It's the only Bert I know. The others just shake their heads. They're like, no Bert.
Who the hell is Bert?
Jack is going to go, never mind that. We're running late. We got to get back for pre-stage check, okay? Come on. It's an hour walk back to Mr. Mantang's. I should not have drank that much.
Well, how much did you drink?
Oh, enough, kid. Enough.
Kid?
Yeah. June Red will pipe up and say, well, hey, maybe Kief's friends can give us a lift up shore. Give our legs a little rest. That way we won't be as late, too.
Well, I don't know how y'all's sea legs are, but mine are close enough to the ground anyway, so...
I have legs for sea and land. Let us not be weak. We will walk. And Corky Blue is going to say, I don't know. I like the sound of taking a little seaside voyage up.
I mean,
What?
what?
You say,
you think
Kief, you
they're
going to
just
ask your friends for us?
What, do you think they're just gonna kidnap us? And that's to Beetle, I think, who said he was just gonna walk.
He'll scowl back at you and then look at the belly boat with its pirate flag flying, pirate mark. And he goes, I'm not worried about being kidnapped by these little ones. I just don't want to associate with them. What's so wrong with that?
Well, you could ask him some questions while we're on the way, and see if.
Oh
he
yes,
was
like
real-
how to boil a boot.
Well, no, but you told me that he was filling my head with nonsense. You'd be a better gauge of if what he's saying is true or not. Since you know about just as much as I do about my own past.
True enough, logically speaking, but you can't entertain these folks, Kief. You really can't. But as he's saying that, Jack just takes a step forward and he's like, we're asking them. We can't afford to be too late. Come on.
Yeah, and plus, we'd be too tired to play if we walked all the way there. And Moon just walks straight in between Beetle's legs.
Yeah, you four will head down the docks. Jack kind of lets you take the lead after a moment. Beetle Brown brings up the rear. So you guys head toward the belly boat. Bring us back here to dock. Our friends are asleep. Tweedleham is just sort of minding to himself atop the helm deck.
Yeah.
And Kief,
Hidden
you can
at
lay
Kief.
down your token. There's no shot.
Above table. I don't think Keith would have heard, but if he had, he would have just dismissed it anyways.
Yeah, we'll say that's Leadbelly sort of snores that out just before you get to the gangplank. And you head on up to the deck to find them sleeping. Go ahead and lay your token down there, kind of on that side. I know it's not pictured, but the dock is like right here. Ham is
Permission
going to
to
see you
come
guys and just
aboard?
go, Captain, we got some friends.
Permission to
Who
come
is it?
aboard?
That sounds like Kief. Permission. What is it? Granted.
Hey there, former companion, as like Keith's still not really too sure about it, and he's kind of doing air quotes, but he's like, "You wouldn't happen to mind giving us a ride up to the venue hall, would you?
Not
If we
at all.
walked the whole way, we'd be pretty tired from the walk."
Yeah, I don't mind at all, Kief. Mystical should be waking up pretty soon. He'll be excited to see you on board. We do have to wait
the
for my first
janitor?
mate, though. He's not a janitor. He's the best goddamn
mean-
trumpet player I know.
He was pretty good with that broom, from what I saw.
I mean, yes, he does know how to clean.
Oh
we
my
were
gosh. Brown
we were
will
slaves,
guffaw.
my man. Who will guffaw?
Brown, Beetle Brown.
At the broom comment, Beetle Brown guffaws. He thought that was really funny, Kief.
Yeah, Leadbelly's just like, yeah, we were slaves. Just because we played music doesn't mean we didn't have to also work. So we all know how to clean fairly well.
Huh? No. It was, what was it? 2-3 weeks ago now? And Keith kind of turns to the rest of his group. He approached us while we were in the venue hall, and he started freaking out, saying that he recognized me, but he was hired on as a janitor, and I had never seen him before that.
Oh yeah, that's mystical. And Leadbelly will walk over to Moon Kief and like take his jacket off and show him the tattoo on his back even more and say, "Look, see, his name's like right up above yours."
And who's? Hold on, I have to check something real quick before I just say it.
I also need to check something real quick before you say that.
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you're going for, Kief. Yeah, the name Bert Bondi sticks out to you instantly. And
Who the hell
that
is
question
Bert?
comes... yeah, man, good call. Nice.
Bert Bondi?
I guess.
He was a trombone player, man. He was like a brother to both of us, an older brother. He was kind of stern. He helped plan when we escaped. He was one of the only people.
Yeah, Leadbelly, roll me a history as well real quick. Won't be a very
Got
hard
you.
DC. Just
Yeah,
flat.
gotcha. Easy. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Leadbelly's dumb.
never mind. We continue on. No worries.
Yeah.
So you don't remember who Bert is either. That's above Table.
No, you remember who Bird is. It's not. Yeah. Anyway.
He was another member of our band. He had this.
Oh, right. The wash.
The path.
That's what I said. The wash.
The path with a P. You're saying wash or walk.
Potato arugula.
Those are two very different vegetables, I think.
Purple Jack is gonna come in on potato arugula and go, yeah, so anyway, Kief had a question for you guys, you very kind fellows. Sorry again about disturbing you earlier. Wasn't no trouble from me. And you know, you can just tell he's being overly like polite as his face gets really tight, but with a like smile.
He's thinking about Mitch coming up here and beating his ass. Don't worry, Mitch and Arthur they're gonna meet us there. They're not on the ship. They're not on the ship right now. Like I said, I'll take you guys up there, but I need you to wear earplugs if you see me playing music. I can't give you the advantage. I can't give you the advantage while I'm practicing my piece. Kief, you can hear it though.
Okay.
Well, Purple Jack just looks around at the other four or the other three, and he'll just kind of go, we'll stay here above deck. The sound of the waves should be enough to mask any music you play as long as it's below deck. Should be fine.
Yeah, as soon as Kiryu gets here, that's my first mate. We'll ship out.
Gotcha, wonderful. And where is he? That's Corky Blue who says that.
He's in that tower over there. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's just having fun. But he'll be back soon.
How about you?
He'll look that way, and he's still got like this big expressive smile on his face. But he'll nod and go, oh, yeah, that big creepy tower the locals told us not to go into. Good, okay.
Yep, that's right up Kiryu's alley. The minute I saw that tower on the horizon, I was like, yep, Kiryu's gonna go in there.
Nice. Well, as the big band will sort of settle in, Beetle Brown, you guys will hear him sort of grumbling about being later than before if they had just walked to Corky Blue. But are there any other interactions you guys want to have before we cut away?
I will ask Kief to join me below deck to wake up Mystical.
Oh, okay, nice.
But we
you
can get
guys
to the
will
waking
definitely-
up part after, if need be.
Yeah, absolutely, cool. Anything from Abyss while we're here with you?
Sure. At this point, I'm gonna probably head to like the captain, and if I can find them.
He's right here.
Right?
Yeah.
And at
Go
this
to
point, I'm gonna
circle the
use
rest
my
of the
brain.
band.
Huh?
What?
Go ahead, Ragnar.
Yeah. And at that point, I would be like, Captain, I had the weirdest dream.
No?
It felt like something was calling for me. It was pulling me there like a magnet. Somewhere
Interesting.
snowy.
Was it the mountain that we skied down on Ryomachu? Or was it like a different snowy place?
Wait, did I get the name of the mountain?
No, you didn't.
Did I get the name
Oh.
of the island?
Nope. It was the Panda Shark had just said to you, find the island of white of snow.
The only thing
And you saw
find the island of snow.
You saw a stark image of the island as if you were sailing to it from sea, but even that is, you didn't see any notable landmarks besides this big snow-covered mountain.
Interesting. It's definitely something we need to look into. Maybe once we're done here, if we find Kiryu's sister here, we can try to find this island. I don't know. Would there be an island like that in the south? We have pretty warmer climates. You only tend to see snow on mountains around here.
Look, all I know is that wherever this place is, I have to go there.
Then we'll
I
make
just
it
wanted to
happen.
give you the heads up.
Of course. Yeah, we'll make it happen, Abyss. Don't you worry. We'll find your place of plow. Snow. I said plow. I don't... Yeah.
Plow? I'm not interested in plowing, Captain, but thank you.
Oh, fair enough.
All right, I'm going to bring us back here, cut back to Arthur and Mitch, as well as Glory, as you guys head on, continue up. Kind of clue me in, which way are you going? Just like straight up, or, just clue me in.
I think I'm running into
Just
the woods.
trusting Arthur's instinct.
All right, you guys are gonna like kind of cross into some. You guys are gonna cross into like a little bit of that swampland, but it'll still like pretty well be where it meets the beach. And then up ahead, it gets a little more like a tropical jungle. Not quite Amazon level, but yeah.
All right.
And as you guys continue on, eventually there comes a dirt road, but very clearly leveled out, tamped, maintained. It curves off to your right, deeper into the island, and curves off to your left, kind of what you can assume is back toward the beach.
All right, Mitch. You know what they say, when life takes you on a path, see where it leads. And is it the dotted line is the path you're talking about, or
No, that's actually those dotted lines represent territory division within the Roshuan
I got
Kingdom.
you. Okay. I don't want to take the path going back towards the beach, but I want to start taking the path down past the curve and seeing where it leads. Are you with me, Mitch?
I'm going. I'm with you.
Right.
Also, what do you do when your son has a bad name? Can I rename them?
How old's the kid?
Can be anywhere from 1 to 11.
That's a good question. I guess. Anywhere before 3, probably, as long as you have the mother's blessing as well. Because I mean, you gotta understand that you ain't there raising it, so like she should at least get to name him. But like anywhere past 3, and they're already adjusted to their name being called that and everything, I think you should respect them as a person and let them keep their name. 1 to 3 sounds like a good cutoff.
Which one? And be like, I'll try my best. But if I don't see Johnson in that name,
oh, we're gonna change that. We're gonna change the birth certificate. His first name will be Johnson if it ain't on the birth certificate. Johnson, Iron Mitch Johnson.
no, his last name will be Johnson.
Oh, yeah. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys said you're heading to the left or to the right?
Yeah. We went right because right is away from the beach.
Okay. You're going to continue down
Which
this
is
path.
Mitch is 27 or 28. He is 28. $28 young. Arrow Hitch Johnson. You know what I really hope for? I hope we don't run into clowns. Last time I was in the jungle, I ran into clowns.
Don't scare
Not
me
like
like
that one
that.
bit.
Do not scare me like that, Mitch. I will straight up cry right now. I'm not gonna fight no clown, Mitch. I will start blasting. I'm not, Mitch. I do not want to. Are clowns like a wild? Do they appear in the wild? Are they like tigers? Are they like bears? I hate clowns, Mitch. I fucking hate. Oops. We made a couple of minutes in the stream before I dropped that. I fucking hate clowns, Mitch.
I hate them too. But I only hate them because they're inferior source of entertainment.
As you guys are chatting along the path, eventually, up ahead, you do see a fellow done up in hiker's gear. He's got the poles in each hand as well, coming along, and as he spots you guys, he gives a hearty wave. He waves at you. He goes, "Hey there, travelers! You're heading the wrong way!"
Are you a clown?
Are you what? What did you say?
You a clown?
He will laugh and he'll go, no, just one little joke. I'm a hiker. I'm heading to see the clowns myself. I figure you fellas must be leaving the circus.
Arthur starts screaming in fear. Wait a minute, there's more clowns. They multiplying, Mitch.
We're just gonna start laughing.
The hiker
Rah,
much more alarmed.
It was like,
Hey, buddy,
We gotta wait. We gotta take care of this pest. Where are these clowns, my good sir? We'd love to take care of the entertainment.
Wait, you seriously don't know? Where are you coming from then? Yeah, I'm heading over to Mr. Mantang. It's been a long hike. But
How dare
I gotta
you,
see
my
it while
good
it's
fellow
here.
sir? I am the bounty hunter Arthur Morgan, and you are in the presence of one of the best wrestlers, form of entertainment, nay, manliest man to ever walk the 7 seas of the One Piece, Iron Mitch. And we're going to show these clowns what real entertainment is. You point where these clowns are. We're going to show them what real entertainment is.
Oh, so the hiker, he gets a big look of realization on his face. He goes, "Oh, yeah, I've heard a little bit about you here and there. I hear you're pretty good. That makes a lot more sense. You're going to Big Town, aren't you?"
Is that where the clowns are, partner?
No, the clowns are just at the circus as far as I know, but Big Town does have a lot of wrestling, though I gotta say, you look a little more established than the type of folks that get in the ring there.
Oh,
wrestling.
Okay, Mitch, we got some. All right, just like the path had forks in the path, we have come to a fork in the path of decision making on what we should do. Because now we have to A, find your son, B, exterminate these clowns for thinking they could ever entertain on a momentary stage as the same as wrestling.
The hiker will actually
go
cut
to
in
wrestling.
and say, what happened to your son? Is your son okay?"
Wait, you know Mitch's son? Mitch's God knows your son!
You know my son?
I barely know you. I've just heard a little bit about you in the papers here and there, but I didn't know you had a son. Where was the last place you saw him?
You know, I don't like people like you.
What? Why would you say
Yeah,
that?
make a move on.
Yeah, why
But
don't you
what
make
about
like
your
a
son?
tree and
I'll help
leave?
you find your son. What are you guys
You
talking
make
about?
like a. We're talking about. Listen, you're starting to sound like a clown.
Hey, look, fellas, I don't mean no offense. You know what? I'll be on my way. Best of luck with your son and the wrestling career, Mitch. I'll keep an eye out for you in the paper. Good luck, guys. Really nice to meet you. I'll see you. And he starts like double timing it away from
I'm
you
gonna
guys.
start squinting at him and be like, I better not hear no honking from him. These clowns. Hey, Mitch, we gotta actually make a decision though, because I mean, we are just running, but like,
No, Mitch is gonna be like, hold on, think about this. They said Big Town is a wrestling town.
yes.
I'm looking for my son. What if my son is at the wrestling town?
Okay, counterpoint. Your son knows you're a wrestler, right? Sons are rebellious, and what if he went to go be a clown to rebel against you and say that clowns are a better form of entertainment than wrestling?
I swear to God, if my son is a clown.
But what if? Now, hear me out. I just had a light bulb just like went off in Arthur's head. I just had an idea. Because if wrestlers and clowns are natural enemies, let's go talk to the wrestlers and bring them to see the clowns. We'd be killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, oh my God, Arthur. This is why I hang around you. Genius.
All right, all the way to Big Town, fellas. He pointed it was that way. And we're gonna start making our way to Big Town.
All right. You guys will continue right ways down this path.
The adventures
go
of
ahead
Arthur and Mitch.
We'll see what happens as they venture literally further inland to the Roshwan Kingdom. I'm going to call a quick, like, I don't know, 5-ish minute break. I'm going to go refill my water and, yeah, just be back in 1 second.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I was saying it before I unmuted on Discord. Like before I
Well,
unmuted on...
I'd like to say, dude, y'all been making me laugh too
Welcome
much
to
this
this
session,
commercial
man.
break, and now we introduce you to.
Dude, Angel, you had me laughing. You're like, Lenny, I don't like you.
Nah, bro, because Lenny was keeping me out, bro. Why is he so nervous? Is Arthur okay?
Arthur being he's the scholar of the crew. He is canonically the smartest member of the crew. And him being like, fuck
This
me,
commercial
fuck
break
these
is
clowns.
brought to you by Rambling Addictions and the Junk House Addicts.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
it makes sense. We're gonna find Mitch's son, and I believe in my captain that he said he was gonna help find Kiryu's sister, so he's gonna handle that. And Mitch needs his trusty compatriot to help find his son.
Exactly.
And you know,
No, I swear to God, Mitch just forgot about Kiryu's sister.
Arthur's smart, but Arthur's not smart in making goals. So like he's just like oh man, we got to do this. Oh dang, we got to do this now. Dang, like it's like doing side quests in Red Dead Redemption 2. You just
Dude, this
Getting
trip is about to be
sidetracked.
the funniest trip ever. We go with the wrestlers. We convince them to fight fucking
No, dude, it's perfect because like,
clowns.
we're probably about to have some serious ass moments with Leadbelly and Kief. So then to have those and then to cut back to you two just fucking goofing around.
You're cutting off.
I know. I'm
Lucas,
catching it.
I'm planning on taking all of the wrestlers and starting an all-out war with the circus. Like it's gonna happen. And that Freebird loot playing is better be playing in your head soon.
Free bird. Yeah.
Dude, I wonder what Mikey's gonna do with Mitch's son. We've put so many ideas in his head, and so many leads, and then we just leave them.
Dude. I don't know what to think, bro. They could do anything. You know what I'm more worried about? What if Mitch doesn't like his son? That's what I'm worried about. What if Mitch meets his son and is like, yeah, I think I'm gonna end my journey of meeting my children here. Fucking travesty.
Just turn into Omni-Man. What's 17 more years? Always make another kid.
Oh my god. All right, y'all. I am back. If
But this time,
everybody else is back,
he'll mean it. He won't have this whole. He won't have this whole redemption arc. Tell my son, I miss my wife or my baby mama.
Arthur,
Mitch
I
and
need
the
to know
baby
the true
mama
history
drama.
of the world. Also, Arthur, man, these clowns. It was like that Arthur before Turner, after Turner meme that's saved in the Discord.
Yo, speaking of his baby mama, Mitch gonna be like, hold on. What if the mom don't like me?
Not to sound weird or nothing, but how could anyone not like you?
It's true. I'm hot. I'm tall.
yeah,
I'm
that
handsome.
hiker just now loved you guys.
Yeah, I mean, that hiker guy, I mean, he was trying to get, I think he was trying to get your autograph even. Like, you have fans. Like, Mitch, you were a big deal. And I think if the baby mama would be overjoyed that you'd want to be a part of this child's life. So let's go find him. Let's get these wrestlers with these clowns and let's do some shit. What?
I just thought of something worse.
What?
What if she falls in love with me and makes me stay and tries to form a happy bonding family?
Mitch, I'm gonna be real with you. That's never gonna happen. Let's both look at each other and realistically look at the situation. Ain't no one locking you down. Ain't no
That's
one
right.
gonna tell Great Iron Mitch what they can and can't do. And the person who's gonna be with Iron Mitch has to understand that. Otherwise, she's not the one. Put it plainly.
And she's gonna have to accept that there's other women.
And she's gonna have big bazonga.
Oh my god, dude. How Kiji coded for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We're gonna cut back to Kiryu coming up through that trap door onto floor 4 of the Old Beach Tower. See the trap door up there, Kiryu. Go ahead and lay yourself down as you will. And as you come up through this trap door, did he just leave? Oh, there we go. I will say there was no castle in the dream abyss. But interesting line of thinking. There do be snow. I do not deny that. Josh, are you here with us?
Josh.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Yo, we're back with you as you come up through the trap door into floor 4 of Old Beach Tower.
How many phones does it have
Yeah.
again?
You're not quite sure. You couldn't quite tell from the outside, and Abumi did not tell you. But as you come up here, you do see another set of stairs still going up.
Damn. How the fuck
You are
did
also-
yeah. How the fuck did you even get transported here on those stairs? Look at the trapdoor.
As you are coming up here, you'll notice there are arrows, like slits, cut into the stone. They show that you are pretty high up. You can peer out, look around at Old Beach Haven, around at the sea and Roshuan. This floor, you see a bunch of stuff that looks like it was scooted across the floor, drag marks that lead all toward the stairs, the base of the stairs there. All sorts of all different sizes all around. And otherwise, the room looks pretty ransacked, except for the tables that were left here.
Cool. Is there anything on the tables?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing notable is pretty much right away, you see that skeleton on there with another page clutched in its hand.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take a closer look.
As you read it, it says, "The town is aflame. The pirates who were stationed here to await the tower's fall made sure no survivors were left. None but me. It's been days and the timber just keeps burning. The air is black with smoke. If their goal was to keep Roshuan unaware of their movements, this was a funny way to accomplish it. They're sea dogs, though. Nothing they do makes sense. Brother Elijah promised me friendship and instead saw to it that the rest of my brotherhood were dashed before my eyes and I was taunted with my own survival. It was me that gave Elijah the path through the strategy for promise of friendship, becoming a freedom fighter upon the seas. He and I alone plotted. He and I alone knew. He tricked me, and now I pay the price. There is no freedom. I look out upon my beloved Roshuan one last time. Now I go to bed to starve. I am Sergeant Oriander Matthews of the new Old Beach Haven Brigade, last of our brotherhood. To my people who precede me in death, take at least the knowledge, I am sorry. Do with me what you will from there. May the gods continue with their mercy."
Interesting. Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna continue up the stairs.
As you start to round this spiral staircase that wraps around the center column of the big Old Beach Tower, you hear
Alright.
more of those clunking steps round the corner. And there, just within your sight, one of the stone warriors stops and stares at you. This one looks slightly different, slightly bulkier. Its shoulders are certainly bigger. And it is able to talk to you, as it says in a sort of hollow, faraway voice, "Turn back, leave my home, and be not harmed no more."
Well, hello there.
Hello, please leave. Turn back now. Go before you are hurt some more. He's sort of standing there, this stone warrior, kind of shaking.
Because if not,
What do
I'm
you
not gonna
say? Yeah, leave. There's no treasure here. No treasure whatsoever.
Yeah, not that kind of treasure, the ore.
Oh, I ate the delicious ore. It was good with steamed carrots.
What the fuck are you?
What the fuck are you?
Nah, it doesn't work like that way.
Okay, if you take a step forward, he shrieks and runs back the way he came. Faster, way faster than you would have guessed based on those other stone warriors' movement.
I knew it, you're not real. Wait, before that, I'm gonna actually use thermal sight again.
Ooh, okay. If you do that before he gets away, as he turns, you see heat signatures deep within this stone warrior.
I know you're human. You can come back.
At that point, he's already pretty well gone up the stairs. I'll drag you up there to floor 5. Go ahead and pull your token out. This is the top of the stairs there. Naturally, the first thing you're going to notice, Kiryu, is this just massive cannon set up here. It's slightly old, but it still looks pretty powerful. There is some other stuff around the room, but a lot of it looks like it's been scooted to the edges of the room here. You know, you can see that cabinet there, but more importantly, this shelving and a bunch of debris underneath it that look like maybe they once rested there.
Are you?
Before you're going to be able to see much more or inspect anything, 2 stone warriors will block your path.
Oh man. No,
One
I
will go ahead
haven't.
and send a slam right at you. For 16 damage. This closest one is just going to swing into your side, Kiryu.
Can you hear me?
I heard you just now. If you said anything else before that, I heard nothing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flashbang him.
That's the ultimate betrayal. All right. That flashbang on the stone warrior is just going to run that full 12 damage. It won't fall to 12 damage, but it takes a good step back as it appears like blinded, literally blinded, despite having no eyes.
Nice.
Throwing it to you in that case, Kiryu. The other one's sort of just standing at the ready across from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use other human, not second wind.
Very nice, very nice. Ooh, not bad. Pretty good roll.
Yep. And I'm gonna use necrotic bolt on the other one. And you're gonna use some of my movement to take some distance.
That one will just kind of blast that one in the chest. 5 is pretty good against these guys, but yeah, it just blasts like a solid chunk out of his chest as he creates some distance there. They both can actually close the distance to you.
Oh shit.
The more hale one is going to try the stone scabbard, more deft cleave with his stone sword. I don't think 14 hits though.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Nice. Okay. You deftly kind of like dodge it last second. We'll call that. Back to you.
Yeah, we're gonna use the same necrotic bolt.
Nice. That one, I'll call that a headshot. It just explodes that one's head because at that damage at this point, it will be blown apart. Does that same sort of disintegration move.
Yeah, I'm gonna take even some more distance.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're out of his range now, so he's like following you, but you're kind of free to just take it away. Are you running up these stairs? Where are you headed to?
Nah, I'm blasting him.
Oh, okay. I'll move him that full way over.
Also, I'm gonna take a look at the stairs. What's up there?
Okay.
I see.
So with that 3, first of all, on the Stone Warrior, you kind of like buffet him back with, like we'll call that another like chest shot. Oh wait, no, you did. No, my mistake. That takes that one out at 3.
Nice.
Yep, that one gets disintegrated too. Okay, out of that little foray, given free reign to look at the stairs beside you, it's this grand, magnificent staircase built into like the side of the wall. You see this giant hook contraption, like kind of built into the center. It's on some sort of a rail. That much is obvious, but it's kind of interesting. You can't really make.
Interesting.
If you want to try to figure it out further, I'll take an investigation.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just send that to me flat.
Yep, did that work?
Well, it was just flat. So, I mean, either way, actually, it wouldn't have passed, to be honest with you. But, yeah, at the 4, you're just kind of looking at it, and you're like, interesting. This is some sort of old world genius of some sort. I wish I could see it in action. What else are you doing on this floor?
Yeah, I'm gonna first inspect the cannon. See its mechanism and things like that.
Okay, same deal. I'll let
How
you
the
pick.
fuck was he brought up here?
I suppose I'll let you do like investigation or perception on this one. Your choice. Still flat.
All right, perfect.
Or you have a buff, don't you? You. Okay, at a 14, you had asked, like, how did they get this up here? I mean, by its sheer size alone, it had to have been built up here. There's no other way, judging by, the trap door opening alone. Maybe it was lifted up here while the tower was being constructed, sure. But you kind of struggle to think why that would be feasible. So you kind of arrive like, yeah, this was built here. Off of 14 there, kind of the same deal. Like it's very old. Parts of it are definitely getting eaten away by the ages, but like even off of a 14 on this, as you're just inspecting it up and down, you start to feel like, wow, I think this is still usable. I'll also say, yeah, you go ahead and notice behind it, of course, that big crate of cannonballs. They're also massive. They're designed for, by what you can tell, the caliber of this cannon here. It's a full crate of them, too, unopened, except to look within.
Yep, interesting. Now, I wonder if I can get it down from here. Maybe if I can just make a hole in the wall. Would that be possible?
With the cannon?
I mean, yeah.
As a DM, I'll say you can try anything. As a person, I'm not sure. We'll see how it works out if you really want to commit to that.
Yeah, first of all, I'm gonna look some more. Maybe find this room with a chest full of gold.
Yeah, okay. Well, as you come upon there, you'll find another locked door. This one seems a little stranger. By what you can tell, this is supposed to be a closet by like the framing on the sides, yet the door built on it is way sturdier than what a normal closet door should be, and it looks far newer. Just off of your passive alone, you're able to tell that. And it is very much locked and maybe even bolted.
All right. So I'm gonna first, I'm gonna try to break it down with pure force.
Man, 24 is damn solid. This is a very sturdy door, and I promise you, this is no BS. You do slam against it, and at 24, yeah, you're gonna feel like a budge that confirms that this is bolted with some sort of deadbolt. That's the term, and it is firmly setting this door in place.
Is it bolted from the inside?
I mean, there's a keyhole there, for sure. It's got a double key, one above, one below the lock, or the knob, excuse me.
Then I'm gonna try to break up the lock. Yeah.
Okay,
What will
what are
happen
you
if I
gonna...
just start blasting away the lock?
Depending on how you flavor that, I would either have you roll something, or I might leave it up to a luck check. Are you just gonna blast the ever-living hell out of it?
I think either that, or could I make with prestidigitation something of that can break the door, like something I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't think prestidigitation is going to be any help here, unless you can think of some really cool way to flavor it. But just based off this spell alone, yeah, I'm not sure I'm seeing anything that'll help you there. So
Like
you just want
to some sort of automatic mechanism that that.
Yeah. If you
think
can think of something specific, I might run with it, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Saying that,
just off
if
that.
the door is sold, I think the mechanism in the door would be old too, so it wouldn't be as hard to break down.
Sure, but I'm asking, like, what are you specifically doing with prestidigitation? I'm having a hard time imagining, like, what any of those, you know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, I have. Yeah, the text is pretty vague, so I haven't. So maybe create a trinket of some sort that can help me, like a lockpick, not really a lockpick, but.
Okay, we can say you come up with like a bobby pin. Yeah, you come up with a bobby pin in your pocket. All
right.
Okay. Well, yeah, you see what Dill's put in the chat. You want to run something like that? In that case, I would give you... I'll give you like essentially advantage. It'll still be, because I know you said you wanted to blast the hell out of it. If you want to do that, it'll be up to like a luck check, and I'll put like, double roll.
Yeah, if I try to unlock the door, would that be sleight of hand?
Yeah.
All right. Damn.
Oh man. Yeah, off of a 12, you're actually gonna pop one of the locks, the one underneath the knob. The one above it, not gonna cut it at a 12 though.
All right, it's blasting time.
Blasting time. Okay.
Would I have advantage on that?
Yeah. Well, because you were doing the prestidigitation, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. We will. Okay. On the upper side of 10, in that case, blasting the hell out of it, yeah, you hear this solid ping as the joint of, where the knob shuts the door suddenly sort of caves in. And you can see for sure that big solid steel deadbolt that's been fashioned through the wall, where it's been chiseled out roughly. That looks like it was done far after the construction of this place. At this point, all you got to do is just kind of pull that bar out and it'll slide open.
Just smooth as ever.
As you come inside, you're going to notice mainly that big stack of crates, that big open chest of money. That's obviously quite notable. There's some other stuff scattered all about in here. Depending on what you want to focus on first, I'll let you know kind of what there is to gather up. I'll start with that chest for you just to give you an idea. It's off of a visual estimation, you could surmise there's probably more than 10 million berry in there. Funny enough, there's a pair of sandals on top of all that, as well as a hat. Looks like a wide-brimmed hat. Looks like it might look good on Arthur. Let's see. That'll be it inside that open chest. You there, Josh?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can now. What were you saying?
Nothing. I was listening and it broke up.
Okay, I said in that open chest there is over 10 million berry, a pair of sandals, and a hat that you think might look pretty good on Arthur. There's obviously other stuff in the room, but that's what's readily apparent to you. There's a bunch of like crates stacked on top of each other, though, right next to the chest.
Alright, is there anything else in the crates? Or that's it?
If you're going to search that top crate, you'll find a bunch of basic stuff. You find a few basic med kits, one advanced med kit. You'll find a nice steel spalder, as well as a bunch of ammunition.
Damn ammunition. Is that still working?
Yeah, that's all working ammunition. I'll send you exactly what is in there.
Nice.
But yeah, no midnight or yet. Still a few crates there if you're still looking through them. As you pop open that second crate, you're going to find essentially three things inside. One is a chain of carnelian. You can pretty well recognize that intricate, deep red aura that type of what is the word? Smithing, I suppose, usually gives off on jewelry. There is a little ring made of what looks like basic black stone inside, and there are 4 big blocks of ore trapped in still, encased in partial rock that tumble around inside.
Oh,
And you
nice.
that is definitely that midnight ore for you. I'm not sure how much of this you are going to be able to get out of here, though.
I mean, how much can I add to my inventory? And I could probably just put a lot of the stuff in the chest with the gold if there is still space.
Yeah, you're at about half capacity there. So, sure, if you want to tuck whatever you want to take from the crates into the chest, I'll say, yeah, you could clasp that up and kind of lumber out of here with that on your back if you're careful with it. Yeah. We'll go ahead and cut back to the belly boat. Leadbelly and Kief, I believe at this point you'll be below deck.
Yes.
We will bring you down here. I'll kind of clear things
Hey,
up.
Mitch is back.
Make sure characters are right. Pretty quiet down here. Everybody is asleep. Club, Squint, Spenny over there. Squint is snoring quite loud, and Mystical is back asleep. His face is far more calm than it was when he had that bullet lodged in his chest.
Hey, yo, miss. Mystical.
Despite that, his eyes will blink open calmly, and he'll look at both of you with a smile. First at you, Leadbelly, but as he looks at you, Kief, his smile widens and his eyes brim with tears. He reaches out to you and he says, "You've remembered us."
He hasn't.
Mystical's face twists up in pain and he starts crying. He goes, "No, no. Kief, what will it take? What will it take, brother?"
Huh?
He said, huh? Mystical, can you do me a favor?
He'll sit up very weakly and he'll go, "Maybe. What do you need?"
Grab your trumpet.
Ooh, he kind of sets to shaking. And yeah, he finally shakes his head. He goes, "I can't do it.
No?
I can't play with you. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I've tried so many times and I always suck. I'm no good anymore."
Well, maybe if you hear me and Kief jamming, you'll be able to join in. And Leadbelly will start tapping his feet, and he will start tapping his foot in the time signature of the Serenade of the Captured, or the Chained, whichever it is.
Ooh.
And be like, "Kief, I think you start us off. You have your bongos on you, yes?"
Always. And Keith just kind of taps on his right side and spins them around fully around him.
Oh man. Kief, throw me a. Just call it a flat performance.
Oh,
Ooh, very nice.
let's go.
You are pretty well able, as Leadbelly sets to tapping his foot, lay out that beat on your bongos very nicely. Mystico's ears perk up at the distinct sound of this beat.
I will start playing as well and join in with my lute and my pan flute.
Nice. Let me get 2 from you, Leadbelly. You
Okay.
can just roll it at advantage, but they're going to be like separate.
Okay. That's crazy. That is a crazy difference. I'm going to use my luck point to re-roll the second one.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
Yeah. That's better.
Okay, yeah. Certainly worth. Yeah, off of a neither dictate that you're going to be playing either instrument poorly. They're each quite beautiful as you come through. Up to you which you'd like to apply the 25 to. That one is going to be a little bit more distinct. You're putting a little more focus into
the
that
lute.
one. Maybe it's the lead. Yeah, there you go.
It's
Okay,
the lute,
is
lead,
the
yeah.
lead. And my bad. That is definitely meant to be normal, so we'll roll with the 5. It's not very good whistling, but you guys hear and it's not, in line with the melody, but it is certainly in line with the harmony. Squint kind of squeakily whistling from his bed over here along. Just a moment, but his foot is wagging along to the beat.
That's perplexing. I am looking at Kief. I want to know if this is jogging his memory at all. Or if he'd recognize it. Like, obviously, Leadbelly, but above table. I'm wondering if he'd recognize it from the beach.
Kief, as you are playing, I want you to look between like Mystical and Leadbelly. Roll me a first an insight flat and then a con save, please. No matter what you roll on the insight, I'll still need the con save. Whoa!
I don't know if that 15 clears it, but I like that insight roll.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the insight roll is good. You feel a bit of a sliver of nostalgia. The angle of the light hitting Leadbelly's face through the window by the kitchen strikes you particularly hard, and you seem to remember all of a sudden his face, but younger, playing this exact same song in this exact same way. It's actually going to throw your rhythm off slightly as you get another one of those pangs descending from your head down your arm. You fall out of rhythm, like I said, slightly, but you actually catch the pocket again, and you fall back into it.
Oh, that's what's up.
So this is how the rest of the song's supposed to sound.
The rest of the song. Did you hear this?
Well, and Kief is still just tapping away on the bongos because now
I'm still
he
playing
knows
as well.
now he knows the percussion line for it, but he doesn't know the rest of it, so he's just like intently listening to how Leadbelly and Mystical are playing it. So he goes into the kind of like the brief, like he was walking down the beach, and as he was walking, he could see the sheet music in the sand.
Hmm.
And then he could hear the drums in his head, but he couldn't hear the rest of the instruments until he had gotten further and further away from the beached area.
Leadbelly's like
And then I
swelling
got-
up. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and then I got ambushed by snakes, and they kind of ruined the moment.
Yeah, snakes will do that. Mystical, do you see what's happening?
Mystical is on the edge of his seat, kind of gripping the edge of the bed. He's looking between the two of you, shaking, trembling. And he sort of reaches down with his, sort of, how you say, his hands that are missing fingers, yeah. And he grabs the trumpet from underneath the bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow fingers on his hands where it's missing, and I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, I'm helping him play the trumpet. I gotta guide him.
Wouldn't it be your?
He is taken aback by the Wait, sorry, who's that?
Oh, I was asking Lucas if wouldn't it be his fingers that are technically playing it now?
Kind of. It's the mouth part. I just can't get that down. What Leadbelly's thinking.
Well, what you said last time was your fingers will just be there like taut, and his nub would be like
Yeah. That's
moving
exactly
forward to press.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But
No,
yeah.
that is right. It's
That's
I'm
what
going off of
Okay.
his placement of finger, like the way his his finger muscles that are still there react is how I'm going off of it.
Nice. Let's see. Okay, I also combined, including Squint's 5, I combined those 4 performance rolls from earlier.
But you better not fuck this up for us.
Yeah, right? That's why I cast guidance on him.
Oh, that's mystical.
$17.
Let's go.
Okay,
That's
out of
solid.
17, with all of those combined from earlier as well. There is some lag. It was going to be difficult. Mystical's nervous as it is, and he has lost a lot of his skill. And there is some lag between your fingers, Leadbelly, and his pressing, as well as him just getting adjusted to having those fingers in place again. His lung control is not very good either. It's out of practice. But what comes out of that trumpet blends with the music. You guys play the Serenade of the Captured.
Let's go! Oh, this is peak. You better remember. No.
Kief, off of, I know your passive is 13. Off of that, you see the joy upon Mystical's face. It's like rather subdued as he's crying with this big smile on his face. And of course, Leadbelly has his reaction too. You feel a little proud of this moment, even though you don't necessarily feel the most connection. But off of your 13 specifically, you know that while that was great and good, that is not going to beat what Beetle Brown has in store.
Oh my.
So
I don't know how you want to relay that to the others, but that's in the back of your head. It's like eating away at you instantly.
So, Kief, knowing that the group, I'm blanking on our group's name, but knowing that that group is going to be trying their best to wow the crowd and to get the longest standing ovation. He's more determined to get this song right. Yeah, the big band, that's what it is. He's like more and more determined to get the Serenade of the Captured down fully with the rest of the group. Well, this group that we have, us three. And he's gonna try and give a little bit of encouragement to Mystical and this random dude who's in front of him. He still doesn't know. He knows the name, but he doesn't know him. So, and he's gonna use all of his Tontata-like charm to kind of convey to them that, hey, right now, we suck. We're out of time. I don't even know the full music. I don't know what y'all are supposed to sound like to know if y'all are doing it right or not, but I also can't remember anything now or during the performance, because if I do it during the performance, then all of a sudden I'm going to get a sharp pain, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep playing. But we can do this.
I think so too.
Gotta do it perfectly.
Should we try it again?
You know what they say. Practice makes you better.
That's true.
Making you better can make you almost perfect. But you still need some luck to be truly perfect.
That is true too. And then we will run the Serenade of the Captured again. Leadbelly will start tapping his foot.
Very nice. Leadbelly, as you play, your eye does get drawn to Squint, who was like laying in bed, wagging his foot along to the music. Now he is fully sat up, still not nodding along to the music, just watching you three. At that, I'll go ahead and say I'll bring us above deck, where Kiryu, if you want to have returned with that chest, unless there was something else you wanted to do at Old Beach Tower, which is fine, just let me know. But sounded like you were done.
What?
Were you done up there? I thought you had wanted to carry that chest out. Or do you still want to be in the tower right now?
I mean, isn't there another level?
There is another level.
Yeah, I'm continuing.
Okay,
then.
if you want to stick around in here, then after looking at all of that loot in there,
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Still gonna go up.
as you head up those big stairs with that strange contraption inside, it opens up onto open air. You're up here on the roof. There's a pretty hefty breeze as you open up on this part. Next to this big opening. You see little smaller openings with big, massive blocks of some sort of hefty stone. Here, for protection, what looks like to you. And then there's, of course, this massive opening which stands out.
I wonder if I can get the cannon out through the stairs and up here. And get it down there.
As you come across the corner there, across the rooftop from you, you're going to notice another one of those stone soldiers. This is that one with the broad shoulders. The one that you detected the heat signature from. It clutches that stone sword in both hands and stares at you. And you hear that hollow, faraway voice say, "Turn back and leave this tower alone."
Alright. Who the fuck are you?
I am the spirit of the old beach tower.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Well, what do you believe? I'm a golem. I was created here from the mud and the blood and the guts of the battles held here over millennia. Turn back before I slay thee.
Yeah, but the golems don't talk. I'll not like that.
Well, how is a golem supposed to talk? I don't know. This is usually worked on people far faster. I usually don't even have to talk to people. Malevolent spirits shouldn't have to do such a thing.
So, what's your story? Why are you up here?
This is my home. I should be asking you that question. What are you doing here? Turn back like I'm asking.
Alright, fine. But do you think you can help me get the cannon up here and get to the roof and then get it down there, because I kind of like it and want to have it.
I have no idea how you're gonna get it down. I mean, we can get it up to the roof. I mean, what am I talking about? Leave my domain. That is my cannon.
I mean, are you gonna
What do you want to? What do you want to do with the cannon?
It's a cool cannon. I want to use it.
It is a really cool cannon, isn't it? It's a really cool cannon.
So what's your name?
My name? I have no name. I am, ancient.
All right, Grandpa.
Okay, no, not like that. I'm like 30-ish in human years. Yeah. But it doesn't work like that for a primordial being. Ooh.
So
I can tell I'm starting to scare you. I can tell. He's starting to take some steps toward you and points at you with this big sword. I'm scaring you.
Not really. But I'm thinking of doing some sort of rope system of lowering the cannon slowly. Do you have some more rope? I don't think I have enough for the entire tower's length.
You're never going to get that cannon up here with rope. That's what that contraption is for. That's what they used in the old days. It still works. I powered it on. It doesn't require anything. It's, I don't know how it works, but it works.
Oh, then I should figure it out in a bit of time. And yeah, that would be perfect. But thanks for the
I'm
tip.
not gonna let you take the cannon and tell you how to use the contraption, though. Okay, I'm not gonna just let you do that.
Well, do you want some compensation for it or something?
Oh man, that would be really nice. Hey, you mentioned a ship. That's your ship? He points out over the parapet. Oh man, you guys are travelers, huh? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, wanna join us?
Do I want to join you? I can't join you. I need to hide.
From?
From beings ancienter than I.
Are you wanted or something?
No. I'm not even wanted.
I mean, do you want to be wanted by someone?
No. What they put me through, no. Look, what's your name? You seem kind enough. I'll let you fire off the cannon, okay? You can fire off the cannon.
Will you give me the hand? Let's go. Perfect.
You can't have it. You can fire it once.
Oh, man.
Come on, like, what else am I gonna do? Like, if people come after me, that's all I got. And that, and like, a pistol for myself? Like, come on, like, I don't stand a chance here. This is my last chance. I'm gonna give you my last chance.
I mean, I can give you some cool weapon. I can make you one.
I got a cool weapon downstairs, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you. What's your name?
I'm Kiryu. You.
Oh, cool. And as he lets out that sigh, he takes a few steps forward, and that stone around him just kind of disintegrates, and he just shrugs and extends his hand. He goes, "I'm Ariano. Sorry.
That's better.
Look, you just never know. I don't trust people. I don't know why I even trust you. You're not like that merchant, at least, that comes snooping around stealing anything he can. That guy really tugs my whiskers. Oh my god. Look, just don't tell anybody you saw me, and I'll let you fire off the cannon, okay? You never saw Ariano. You never saw Ariano.
Sure. How do you do the golems? Is that the overpower?
Say what?
I'm saying, how do you make the golems?
Oh, yes, well, long ago, when I was a boy, foolish, hungry, I ate the cobble fruit. It's haunted me ever since, but I make use of it. Can no longer go swimming like I like, I'll tell you that for free. I'm not a primordial being, if that's what you're thinking. I was lying to try to scare you because I thought you might be somebody sent for me or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I have the fruit too, and I grow some eyes, some more eyes.
Oh, really? Well, oh my god. Okay. I guess I should have expected that a little more. Forgive me. Yes. I see how that would very much come in handy. Very much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So yeah, let's go downstairs and fire the cannon. Let's go.
Here, come on. Let's get it loaded up.
Also, is downstairs opening or something, or are we getting it up here?
So as you guys come back down here, Ariana will point at that contraption in the center and say, all we have to do is put the cannon's rear on that, and then we go power it up on the roof, and it'll tug the whole thing up. It's the only way to get the thing up to the roof, or anywhere, really.
All right. Interesting. Do I need to make any roll?
No, I'm just going to let you guys kind of haul it up there. I'm actually going to cut away back to the jungle road while you guys haul that cannon up to the rooftop. That's going to take a little second. Mitch and Arthur, you guys there? We'll come back on you guys, just still continuing on deeper into Rashwan.
Yo.
It's us, man. We're back up.
No, shoot, dude.
You guys are continuing along. If you have any conversation you want to say, go ahead. But there is a traveler, another one in the road up ahead, coming your way.
Mitch, I think there's another clown up there in the road. You want to handle him this time?
All right. Mitch will walk forward and be like, "Clown, this is your end."
Clown? I don't know no clowns. I'm going to go see the damn clowns. Who are you, clown?
This man just called me a clown. Even if you're not a clown, you have
You look
to
like
die
one
for
of
the
those
highest
wrestler
level of
types.
respect.
Y'all are all clowns.
What did you say? Mitch walks up towards this old man.
Come
I
get
need
your
you to
friend
repeat
here. He gestures toward you, Arthur. Come get your friend here. He's physically threatening me and harassing me. I am Herbert Moon of Big Town.
You deserve it. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. You know, mess with the bull, get the horns, bitch.
You wrestlers are all the same. You wrestlers are bullies. You wrestlers think you
Yo, I
run
want to
those
smack
towns.
this man. I'm smacking this man.
Just a raw slap.
Yup.
Nice. Yeah, you're gonna run just a clean. I'm gonna call that a 3 damage, just flat off the bat. Unless you have any buffs that add more, I forget off the top of my head. But you also slap him to the ground, and he goes down to his knees. He cries out as his nose starts bleeding. He goes, "Oh, now it is escalated into assault, sir."
Damn right. You dealing with Iron Mitch. I step on his
You
fucking
bullies, you remind me of those ruffians from Blood Roots. The lot of them came in and changed the whole landscape of the town, and Big Town will never recover from it, I tell you. This WWE needs to be demolished and abolished.
Did you just say Blood Roots?
He spits out a little glob of blood from his mouth. Yeah, Blood Roots. Big whoop.
They still here? Last I heard of them, it was in the Grand Line.
Well, yeah, that's the idea of it. They came through long ago, ruined us. He points a finger at you and he goes, but that one, the werewolf, that rat bastard son of a bitch couldn't stand the test of Blood Roots no more. But now he lords over Big Town, thinking he can run out the merchants. You're just like him. Think he can beat me up and kill me on the side of the road. An old man on his way to the circus.
Yo, I want to crush his windpipe.
We need to clear the air with you and get the correct picture painted for you, sir, since it seems the canvas you have in your mind is so blatantly immune to color. Number 1, Mitch is a wrestler. I am a cowboy. And under those colors, we are also pirates. And let me ask you, sir, would a pirate let a sniveling little bitch getting in their face live? I think you better reconsider your words, partner.
I'm gonna roll to intimidate him.
Couple of the tough guys. Yeah, okay, go for it.
Yeah, duh. Fuck him. Fuck this guy.
Yo, could I give him advantage? Like I want to press on his throat.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he
See
got
if
21.
Yeah, see if you run out that 21 if you like.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Right.
It's all good. That 21 is
to
great.
intimidate him with that.
He at a 21, Herbert Moon with Mitch right in front of him. He's like on his knees, but like kind of standing up straight from his knees. Glory, the fierce ocelot, just kind of purring fiercely at his side. And you dropping that, Arthur, is the final straw. He pees his pants. Oh God, Herbert Moon is gonna die. He clasps his hands. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'm a man of faith.
Oh, he's a man. Mitch, he's not a clown. Coast is clear. Let him go. He's not a clown. Coast is clear. My good sir, you should have opened with that. Oh my God.
I did. I literally did.
I was ready to kill you. Oh my gosh, this is all just a giant misunderstanding. Wait, you called Mitch a clown though. And Arthur puts his gun back out. You got me. You're a wise one with them words. You're not a man of faith. You're a man of words. And I don't like words.
What faith do you subscribe to? Hoorah.
Jesus? Question mark? It's like that one quote in Star-Lord, and Star-Lord's like, "Who am I supposed to say? I serve Jesus?"
He's just trembling. He looks between the two of you. He stammers out, the faith of the seven, of course. The good faith of the seven of Rashwan.
Hey, have you ever thought man, isn't it crazy that there's seven of Rashwan and then they the government's trying to make these new seven warlord thingies and it's just all big coincidence, ain't it? That's so weird.
Hoorah. Does it the faith of the seven of Rashwan?
Hold on, Mitch. I just had another light bulb. My good sir, we'll let you go if you tell us how great of a plan this sounds. We're gonna go over to the wrestling place. We're gonna go meet all them dumb wrestlers, and we're gonna use them to take care of the clowns that are on the island who are also plaguing your island. And it's what if we get rid of the wrestlers and the clowns all at once? Because Iron Mitch is the only wrestler we need. We don't need ruffians. We need people who respect wrestling for what it is. And I think, oh my gosh, guys, my brain is firing on all cylinders right now. I am on fire. What do you think, sir? It's a good plan, ain't it?
I don't know. Why would you want to run out the clowns? They're bringing a lot of commerce to Rashwan.
I smack him. Arthur smacks him. He runs up and smacks him across the face for that. He's like, "How dare you say a clown should be allowed to be in this city? Clowns don't deserve to exist."
And he falls over this way, and he's like, "Oh!" This time a tooth comes out with it. He spits it out. Please stop beating on Herbert Moon.
Oh damn, you're like a banana, and you just, oh man, you're like, oh man, I'll spend.
What do you mean I'm like a banana? I'm like a human. I'm like a human shop owner.
I put my hand on him as I say, "You're like a banana," and I heal him with my cure wounds. I'll spend a spell slot.
Oh, thank you. What? Oh, so kind. Thank you.
Yeah, I just used your negative emotion of clowns to heal you.
I don't have much of a negative emotion toward clowns, so much as a disdainful one, sir.
Well, I mean, you kind of have how. Well, listen. You can argue with the facts if you want to. Facts are facts. You stop bleeding.
I ain't arguing.
No, I mean you're not. Listen, I'm not arguing. The sky's blue, dirt's brown, and you stop bleeding because you hate clowns. It's all science here, really.
In Big Town, where's Gideon at?
Well, he's at Thunderdome with the rest of those fine gentlemen who like fights in the ring, sir. By the way, can we switch trousers?
No, you stay with your piss-filled ones and you enjoy it. You remember. You Howdy, partner. You wear those piss-filled drawers, boy. And you like
We
them.
can't trade.
You like them
You made me piss them. You made me piss him.
I'm gonna take a handful of lemons and squeeze them into his eyes. I'm gonna take one lemon wedge. I'm gonna take one lemon wedge and squeeze it into his eyes.
He's wearing glasses. Are you gonna like rip them from his face or like?
Yeah, here's what I'll do. I'll use the negative emotion from wrestlers to drag the glasses off of his head. Be like, look, I used the negative emotion you have for wrestlers to take your glasses away. And now I'll use my negative emotion of you to throw this lemon into your eyes without hands. Observe. Ooh. And then I propel a lemon wedge into his eyes after I pull the glasses off. Man, Dojo would be so proud of me. I'm bullying people with lemons.
Ooh. You yeah, you see those drops of citrus land right in Herbert Moon's eyes, and they let out like a sizzle. You see like a little puff of smoke. He blinks, he shuts his eyes, and he covers them with one hand. He starts screaming.
Whoa!
How would you do that?
Whoa! I gotta remember how to do that. Mitch, you seeing this?
Yes. It's crazy.
Suddenly, Herbert Moon seems to almost disappear. And I'm gonna need a dex save from both of you.
Is he? Oh shit! What? Okay. What? Did he dissolve because of lemons? Hey yo, we them Dex boys!
Oh my god. Those are crazy. You both feel, ironically, a propelling force upon both your chests, but you brace your bodies and stand in solidarity. I'll say Glory kind of stands here behind you, Mitch. Arthur, I'm going to need, let's see.
We just stopped me from being a murder hobo, guys.
Dude.
I melted that guy's eyes out with lemon drops, though. So, I mean...
I was gonna go crazy, man.
Interesting. I think I'm going to go with a nature check on that one.
I can do that. Do I have anything for natures on my screen? No. Okay. Wop pop pop.
Is it only
At
Arthur?
10, you are trying to scour your mind for like what this could be, specifically from the smoke sizzling from Herbert Moon's eyes.
Lemon juice.
Unfortunately, 10 is not going to do too much, but off of your passive perception, you still get the feeling that you two are not alone here.
All right. So as I see him disappear in the nature, I want to see if there are tracks or any trace of him leaving, or if there's a history check of why lemon juice would have affected a being of this. Can I do a history check? Maybe I remember something like this happening.
Sure. Yeah,
Before?
absolutely.
That's insight. What the heck?
You can do insight too, but if you want to re-roll for history, go for it. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm rolling so low, dang. Well, we are not, Mitch, okay. Well, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't remember anything about lemons hurting people, and there's only one, first off, we ain't alone. I feel eyes on us. Second, what was the lady in that bar doing with these lemons if they melt people?
Mitch will look at you and be like, you know, I've heard stories of this thing called the Van Queef.
What?
A Van Queef?
A Van Queef.
I think that's
Wait, what in
Moonkeef's
this
cousin.
Mitch, what is a
A
van?
Van. A Van Queef is this monstrous creature that can only come out during the daytime. They're supposed to have immense strength, unlike that old man.
Are they
And
big
lemon.
lemons? Oh my
It's
god,
very
what? Mitch, why did you wait till now to tell me this? Hold on. I'm gonna give Mitch a lemon wedge and be like, all right, so maybe this son of a bitch is looking for us. And can he shapeshift? Can they? Okay, I say we keep lemon wedges on us. And when we're about to meet someone, we rub the lemon wedge on our hand and we handshake them. Good old man handshake.
He'd be like, all right.
Oh my gosh, this is so scary.
So I didn't tell you because I didn't think it was true. Heard it at a bar.
You know when you're in a bar and you can feel someone looking at you and you look around and no one's looking at you and it seems everyone's doing their own thing, but you know someone's watching you. We are not a. Hold up. Oh my gosh. And Arthur's light bulb goes off again. He's glory. Glory. Wonderful glory. Is there anything going on around here? Can you help us out, girl? Like, I'm scared.
Yeah, Mitch returned to glory. Like, do you smell anything?
Glory will look around up here and start snuffling around in the dirt. And she sort of heads off this way toward the edge of where the vegetation starts to really overtake again. But she won't cross through it. She kind of bounds along this way, comes over here.
I'm going to start
and then
following
heads
Glory.
down here again.
Yeah, I'll follow Glory too. What the hell is she?
Ooh. I hope she's finding that weird guy. What? Oh, now the weird guy doesn't like clamp. Now we've got three things. There's a werewolf. Mitch, this is getting absurd. Oh, Glory, we gotta find this guy, Glory. I'm scared.
Yeah,
he's
the guy,
there.
the werewolf
She
guy.
seems
He's a guy from my past.
Wait, you know the werewolf?
Yeah, his name's Gideon.
Did Gideon, was he around when you were making your son? Would he take your son to get back at you?
Nah, maybe, but no, he wasn't around. Well, I guess he was, but he wasn't around like that. We weren't really close with one another. He took my place in Bloodroots when I lost a match.
You lose a match? That sounds like it could never happen. Sorry to say, partner.
No, that's fine. It was before I was Iron Mitch Johnson.
Dang. So this Gideon fella, he took your place, and he's a werewolf. Like, so like, is the Iron Blood's like a form of wrestling pirates?
Nah, it's family.
Now Arthur thinks back to the Deadlock gang. And he's like, I can relate to that, bitch, more than you know.
Yeah,
Well,
the worst.
interesting.
I'll tell you
one of the
Mitch was
worst.
having
Sorry, go ahead.
we could keep
No,
going
no,
through
go
this
ahead.
forest. We could keep going through and ignoring what's on us, or
Well, I was going to say, in that case, you guys have been kind of following Glory around. She started to just go in loops, and now she's focused as if the scent is, like, on you, Arthur. She's just, like, focused on you.
I don't like this.
Ooh, are you watching yourself, Arthur?
That isn't good. Hold on.
She hops up on you and starts ruffling around in your knapsack or whatever pocket you have the lemons in, like snuffling her
Yeah.
nose around in that area.
I'll pull out the lemons and be like, yeah, there's lemons. They're here. What's up with them, Gloria? Is he hiding in the lemons? Oh my God, Mitch! I throw the lemons away from me, and I'm like, here's the lemon fruit. I put it together. I'm on it. I'm so big. I'm all cylinders today, baby. Yeehaw!
Arthur only. I'll need another deck save at disadvantage.
No way! There's no fucking way! Oh no!
Oh my goodness. With piss-soaked pants, all of a sudden, growing before your very eyes in the middle of the air in like a handful of the lemons that you're like tossing out of your pocket, Herbert Moon reappears and kicks you with a force that, frankly, on your passive perception, just it doesn't seem possible from that man, from that leg. However, before we deal with all sorts of rolls and stuff, I am going to toss it to our to be continued for the day.
Oh my God!
shit.
What?
Nice session.
W cliffhanger.
What?
Pretty well. Gonna open off where we left off with that one next time, gang. I'm super excited about that, Mr. Piss Pants over here. But yeah, great session today, boys. I had a lot of fun with you. That's about all for me, except for thanks again for joining me along for the ride and helping to create this cool ass story, guys. This is a lot of fun. Thank you, chat,
Yeah,
for joining
yeah,
us too.
It was dope. I had fun.
That was a
Ton
peak
of
session.
fun. Make
Does
sure you
anyone have-
guys.
Oh, yep. Go ahead.
I have a thing I want to plug if you're okay with it.
Of course.
Make sure you guys check out. I just uploaded a new video today on Should You Read, one of my favorite series in manga, Katekyo Hitman Reborn. Make sure you go give it a like and a watch. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll have another video up tomorrow on Dragon Ball Daima.
Let's go! And if you need a link to Cody's channel, that is in the description. So right there, no excuse to not go there.
Auga.
Ooga! Yes, but that'll be it for us today here at the Sakura Pirates. Thanks to all of the players, and thanks to the chat for coming through today. As you may not know, through my community post, Rambling Addiction is on hiatus until May. So I'm producing new episodes right now, so stay tuned for that. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks with another session. Bye!
Oh.
We're off.
Wow, what a session. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that was fucking insane.